mean, the thing that Blix mentioned appears to be true for me.
Yeah, everyone except Matt and I are getting this gray screen.
Uh-oh.
How long have you guys been in Forge?
Are you using Firefox?
I'm on Mozilla Firefox.
Oh,
I'm using Chrome.
hey guys,
so.
I just got here. I'm getting some kind of gray screen issue. Is anyone else getting that?
Yeah, we're all getting the gray
Matt.
screen. This is the gray screen session.
Matt, are you using Firefox?
Not for Forge. No, I'm using Chrome.
Oh, I'm also using Chrome. Okay, I don't know.
Not Mozilla
I don't think
Firefox.
it's a browser problem.
I'll try Chrome. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm switching to Chrome now. I just gotta remember my password.
I mean, I'm in Chrome is the thing, so like it's not a Chrome thing. I think.
I'm not in anything. It popped up the thing like once you want to install this app, and I pressed yes. And now to open the session, I just press start and type in POG, and it happens.
Wow.
Sometimes it asks me to log in again, but yeah, more or less the same thing. I just type Forge, click a link, and then I'm in. Like the first link that comes up. Okay, I see the anvil now on Chrome. It's a little bit better.
You're getting in.
Oh wow, I remembered my password.
Hey, what did you do? How did you get in?
I'm just gonna see. I see an anvil. That's all I see. I can only pick camera for some reason, but whatever. I'll try that.
Oh, this kid's logging into the camera account.
Oh, I was able to select him. I mean, I got that far.
Yeah, I'm able to select my player.
Oh, I think I know why I couldn't select my thing. Is because I'm on Chrome. Like I'm already logged in with Firefox.
I'm having the same problem on Chrome.
Yep, the same.
All right, I'm gonna restart the server and then miraculously solve everything.
The gray screen of death. The coveted gray screen of death. This is what Microsoft's worst nightmare.
Join. Joy.
I have to restart the server. In the meantime, everyone, let's continue talking about multiverses.
Sorry, I didn't even know the game existed until you guys started talking about it, so...
It's good. It's surprisingly good. I thought it was just going to be like, you know, Nick Smash, where it was like, yeah, this is kind of fun. Maybe I'll play it every now and then, I don't know. But Multiverses is actually like genuinely a good game, and it's different because it's 2v2 and it's a lot more strategic and a lot more tactical. Like, you have to think about how you play with the other person, and they've actually slowed the game down. At first I thought, well, this is kind of weird, why is everything slow? And then when I realized it's a 2v2 game, I was like, oh my god. They made a change to the Smash formula with intent behind it.
I would be a LeBron main.
LeBron?
I didn't know he was in the game, I just looked. Yo,
Wait, you didn't know he was in the game?
I didn't know much about this stuff.
You're gonna main LeBron?
I'm gonna main LeBron. Yo, they gotta add Jordan too, bro. They gotta have the basketball dude. Base Jam dude.
They'll probably make like a skin for LeBron where he's Jordan.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Without making like a whole new basketball. You never know. They might just make like new basketball characters.
Basketball Bugs Bunny. Basketball.
Looks like the server's back up.
I still see just the gray background.
Okay, I'm logging in now. I'm connecting to Garfield.
I'm also connecting.
This is the Evo's crashed our servers.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in, baby.
Oh, I see something.
Login confirmed. Joining game. All right.
Hey, try getting better internet.
Oh!
It worked. It worked for
Wombo
you.
combo.
I see.
I hear the wind.
The raw power of restarting the server.
Who'd have thunk it?
Just thought turning it off and on again would work.
Okay, it works. You can type. You can click a dagger. Okay.
Happy just started screaming crazy stuff and stabbing the air.
Yep. Oh, they have a Toon Squad costume for Bugs Bunny, actually. That's pretty cool.
Arya is like
man.
wild as hell in Multiverse.
I'll never forgive whoever is in charge of Looney Tunes for whatever it is they did to Lola Bunny in the second movie. I didn't see it, but I was told I'm supposed to be angry about that.
It's actually like one of the worst movies I've seen clips
Oh,
of. I couldn't put myself through the whole movie.
I had no intentions of ever seeing it. I did see the first Space Jam in theaters
Like,
when I was like 5.
I think it has worse product placement than the Emoji Movie.
That's
Oof.
tough.
And LeBron James is not an actor, which is not an insult to LeBron James because he's not an actor.
No,
Yeah, but
Actually,
neither is Michael Jordan in the first Space Jam. It was great.
But there's a difference, right? Like in
I
the
know.
first Space Jam.
LeBron James is no Michael Jordan. That's the difference.
Yeah,
And
LeBron James is
Well,
better.
compare the original Space Jam to the new Space Jam. 9-day difference.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, like I said, by any metric that matters, in effect, the Space Jam movies, Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James.
Funny in
I
Space
mean,
Jam.
what
because,
what other possible metric could you have to compare the two,
Other than Space Jam?
other than Space Jam? There is none.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing you can compare them to. Right?
Oh, LeBron James has played some golf, right?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing in the first movie.
LeBron James loves to golf.
He loves to golf, and then apparently what happens is he's like,
Didn't they
"Help."
just use like an animated LeBron James the whole time? Didn't they say, fuck this, we're not going to rotoscope him into animation, we're just going to animate him?
Yeah. I think everyone's connected now, so we don't need to do the LeBron James podcast.
You guys watch the Lakers trades recently? Making some big moves.
The who?
LeBron's team.
We're talking about LeBron James, not some boat.
All right, everyone. We have just finished combat with the 3 demon generals. You have encountered the skeleton of a dwarf.
I have a skull in my bag.
I'm just gonna grab his skull and put it in your bag.
I already did. I did that during the last session.
But why would you?
He did
is
it in
this-
fucking combat and
calling out to
everything, I
me.
think.
Is there any? Oh, under the water. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Under the sea.
I remember
Okay.
this now.
Dwarf, do we know if any of the missing people, of the missing patrol were dwarves?
We take a short rest and identify this magic item.
You can take a short rest if you'd like.
Probably should.
Wielder, can you identify this magic item? It's a big skull I found.
Is this the thing that was beeping?
Nothing was beeping, but I guess so.
It was like shining or something. It was like
It
attracting
was
people.
magically compelling me.
Okay.
Oh, are we taking a short rest?
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I assumed we were.
That seems
We're
like
all
a waste
pretty
to take a
hurt,
whole
so-
hour.
Speak
I'm
for
not.
yourself. I never even got hit.
Okay, I guess I'll spend the short rest identifying something since Renari's laying around.
4.
Oh my goodness, 8 hours?
Everyone
didn't-
else was fighting. Andrew's just like out of the fight, taking pot shots.
Probably good.
It's
Wasn't
not
out of the
actually
fight,
8
I was
hours.
cleverly hidden.
Okay, that's
Oops, that should have been +6. Or +9. So 23. Jeez. What is that? It's 5 so far. Okay.
Didn't use any channel today. I can get some spots back. I can figure out where it is in 4. Called. Of course, it's just called channel divinity.
While you roll on a wisdom save.
Oh, I
It's
think
so
I,
It's
accidentally,
harness divine power. That's what.
I think I accidentally clicked the channel divinity.
Yeah.
thing.
No,
Oh. Yeah.
I don't freaking see it here. I don't know if Forge does it. Whatever. I get the spell slots back. That's level 2. 1 expended spell slot. Wow, it's not. I'm not even gonna bother. Fuck it. I'll just use hit that. No. I'm injured, but it's not a whole lot.
Where do you go to sync your character to D&D Beyond?
Your character sheet on the on Foundry.
There should be a D&D Beyond token thing.
Okay.
Okay, so you see the tabs on the top right?
Yeah,
The
I
third one,
got
which is
it.
actors. Okay.
Import character, right? Start import. There we go.
I rolled the minimum twice. Good enough.
Okay. Can I identify the skull? Is it still a magic item?
It is not a magic item. It is a regular skull.
I'll go put it back then.
All right. Near the end of this, you receive a sending Vonari.
From who?
Hello. Are you alive? I've heard reports that you've been damaged. This is Percival. Please respond.
Tell him we're dead.
Damage.
Tell him we're dead.
Renari, go back here. Yes. We're all fine, unharmed. We survived the encounter with
Demon
Episcopalius?
generals.
I don't know what the fuck his name is, I don't remember.
Silas?
Silas, yeah. He's probably messaging me because I messaged White Lance last time, I think.
I have 7 remaining sendings. Reports indicate that you have bombed the area. Confirm or deny?
Deny it. Deny it. Do it.
Why would I deny it?
Because it was definitely Ein.
Well, we still technically bombed the area. It was us.
Yeah.
Well,
I
why would you
moved
tell
what
him
area
that?
got included in it, but we still did it.
Well, still lie to him.
I'm
it was
a
I.
terrible liar, though, so...
It's a sending. There's no tone or anything.
Is that how that works? I don't know. Sending. Well, it's of words. They hear the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender, as it knows you, and you can answer in the like manner immediately. I don't know how you recognize it as someone else if you don't hear their voice and intonation and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that you would hear the voice and intonation and such.
You can't see your eyes. You do this weird thing with your eyes when you lie.
Yes, partly responsible. Aim to remove 2 major threats, only got 1. Outplayed by Ein. Ein moved bomb. Nearly disastrous.
There is currently an ongoing battle between Nula, Fate, and Ain. It is going to destroy this island. Follow-up sending, do not reply. Because of this, we will need your assistance immediately. I've also made a startling discovery. Meet in person.
Dave, are we going there immediately?
I think you should insight that. That could be a trap.
Those... I mean, we know they were attacked. It seems plausible to me.
We know they were attacked out of character or in character?
In character. Because
We knew
Did
I
something
was
to-
going to oppose Nula.
Because we knew that Fate told us that our resistance issue got hit. Then I did check-ins with a few people and I found out that Percy's also was under attack.
What island is he? Is he talking about the one we're on right now?
The one Percy's on, and the
The one
Bronze
Percy's
Gauntlet is on.
okay.
Yeah, where Ein went. So, you know, it all
Okay.
checks out in that regard.
I mean, why are we trusting Percy all of a sudden?
What do you mean all of a sudden? I've always trusted Percy.
What about, like, hasn't there been, like, a big event recently that caused everyone to, like, dislike him?
Uh,
Memory serves?
Yeah, he tried to claim fathership over me. It was really weird and discomforting. Also, he went insane, and also Venari's brother hates him.
He's still acting in his own self-interest.
I mean, my brother believes that he can be controlled and used and has been doing so thus far. Therefore, is trustworthy to some extent.
I mean, wait, actually, out of character. I don't remember if this was like an out of character flashback or like a thing the bird said to Isaac when he said that when Isaac's actual like biological father was killed, he said Percy was with him. Was that in character or was that like an out of character flashback we saw?
No, that was something that Bird Dad said.
Okay, he said it. Okay, cool. I don't think we should trust Percy. He's been with Fate since the beginning. He seems to have known Fate's plan. This is Fate without the changed body. There was a sort of discussion. I don't know how much I can disclose, but Isaac, you remember? You know what I'm talking about, right? Or Angie, sorry.
Yes, I also don't like Percy.
Well, if the entire island is in danger, we do want to help the Bronze Gauntlet at the very least,
Yeah.
and the people there. Whether we care about Percy or not.
Plus, we are major players in this, and 3 other major players are over there right now.
Well, that just destroy the island worse if more major players go in one place.
If we can stop it?
Can you send him a follow-up asking what he means by destroy the islands?
Yeah?
Did he say destroy the island?
Yes.
Good.
At least that's what I didn't hear.
Follow-up clarification. Island destroyed? In what way? How?
Not physically. All of the people will be killed in the fallout of their battle.
How are we gonna be able to help? Oh god. I mean, we can't help from here anyways, so...
Follow up. I have 2 remaining sendings. Respond quickly. I have a mage who can cast teleport.
Oh, well.
I say we take it?
How likely is it that we're going to have to murderize Percy as soon as we get there?
Unlikely given spell slots, but...
Okay, if we're going meta, 7 encounters a day.
I'm not going meta. I literally, my character knows how much they can cast magic.
To be very specific here, 6 to 8 encounters is a sort of a misnomer. It's based off the expected value of EXP per day. It works out that 6 to 8 medium encounters is within the XP threshold. However, difficulties of encounters can increase and then you would have less, or decrease and then you would have more.
But we're also not going
So you
based
know.
off experience anyways.
We did 1 medium encounter, so we have 6 more medium encounters.
This was a
Really
times 3
well.
deadly encounter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was not a medium encounter. What are you talking about?
That was times 3 deadly.
Yeah, so that was a medium encounter for us because we're just built different.
I actually said this to the chefs the other day. It's like, it's really hard balancing encounters for the different groups because of the wildly different level and skill.
Yeah.
I mean, like 3 of
I
us
say
were
we
like,
go.
very low.
We needed to head over that way anyways. But we should probably let Aryen know that we're leaving.
Alright, we're playing something that we accept.
Yeah, weren't we going to help Ariane?
This was helping Ariane.
Yeah, this was the helping.
Not even
He
like go
didn't
say
necessarily
hi,
want her help.
finish all the tree stuff.
Well, this sounds
Oh
more
yeah,
important.
you wanted to plant trees. I mean, planting trees literally takes like what 2 seconds for Isaac.
A day, 24 hours.
Whereas,
Did we already do
should
it
get-
24 hours, Pog, or do we have to do it again later? I'm not sure if we did 24 hours today already or not.
You've done 24 hours, haven't you? Because you got there, took a long rest.
yeah, we rested there. Yeah, we
Oh,
stayed in
maybe.
like really cushy rooms. I remember. And then Wielder buffed up the defenses, the walls or something.
Yeah, just minor stuff.
So
But
we had-
yeah, we should accept the teleport.
There's no faster way
Wait,
over
wait,
there.
I don't like being near Percy.
Uh,
I don't like being near 3 potential powerful enemies either, but you know, it's what we kind of have to do if we want to save the world.
I hope the now, what's it called, Adult Dawn is okay because we saw the out of character scene with them fighting a bunch of nightmares in the sprawl. That's something that's happening probably right now, presumably. But yeah, it feels like our characters don't know anything about this. So I feel like it makes the most sense that we just go take the teleport.
It would still be faster than going over there by boat, I think.
If we go by boat, we could stop at places on the way. So if there's anything we want to
But it
check
would
out.
take too long, probably.
Well, yeah, it would take a while. The trade-off would be that we could stop at places and potentially help other people along the way. Because we don't know anything about the state of what's going on right now, outside of what Percy told us, right? On the island, on this whole area.
Well, you only get 25 words per sentence, so
They get to send Percy gets to send another follow-up back to us, or?
I get to reply to him.
Oh, okay.
He
Didn't
says
he
he has
say no
a
follow-up?
he has a wizard that, or mage that can cast teleport.
Oh, okay. He said no follow-up message, question mark? What was that pertaining
That
to?
was
Those are
because he was sending a message sent across 2 sendings.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
I could tell him that we're at Hell's Meteor Beach if he
Wait, dude.
wants to pick us up.
Do we trust him with intel in our current position? I don't
We're
know.
not going to be here for very long, so
Yeah, but like there's stuff here though. But
We could just have Venari do an insight check and say, do we trust Percy?
well. Last time
mean-
I asked if Alex if he was trustworthy, it was unclear, according to my notes.
I think we should take the teleport.
If anything, it's useful to just get over there faster. So he doesn't
Oh.
teleport us into a volcano.
Angie, Cal, is there anything you want to add to this, or shall we just vote?
Percy really creeps me out, and I don't like being near him, and I also really don't want to be teleported into his stronghold. I vote no.
Any final words with your vote, Panari, or just go?
Go.
How about yourself, Wielder? You said you wanted to teleport?
Yep. I say we accept the teleport.
That's 2 votes to teleport, 1 vote not. What about you, Cal?
I find myself more comfortable on the shores near my sister.
We were gonna
We
leave anyways.
have to go, don't we?
Oh.
Ein, Nula. There's a huge.
We were literally gonna go to that island anyways to chase Vine, so
Yeah.
it's whether we go on a long boat ride down there or we get teleported over.
What are things they can do under the guise of a teleport to screw us over? Anything? Well, that's 2 votes to no, I presume. Sorry, Cal.
I think I feel like I
have to
should
type,
accept the
please.
teleport regardless if the rest of you will go. I think I should accept the teleport.
There are people that
Or
need us.
to be splitting the
Actual living
party.
people. So I can't
It's
say
literally-
no.
It's a tie.
After what we just did, refusing to do anything just does not sit right with me.
Well,
Split the party.
We can
split the
go
party.
and say
We're not
we can
splitting
we can
the
shift the blame as much as we want, but it was still our actions that caused this result. And if we can use actions to prevent a similar result, I feel like we are obliged to do so.
yeah, but like
So I will be going there to help out in advance if I have to.
we don't know what we're being teleported to. If we can trust Percy, it might just drop us into the middle of like a shit stack.
I don't think he's going to do that right now.
It also means we don't stop anywhere else along the way. There might be things we could do, but
Because this is happening now. We can't afford to take a leisurely trip there, stopping along to do stuff.
well, it's not leisurely when there's like other places potentially in
It's-
trouble along the way.
We
Right,
need
our-
to-
our goal-
Other places potentially in trouble versus a place certainly in trouble right now. I vote the certainly in trouble. I don't see why we are. Why?
we need to knock down kingpins, and all the kingpins are over there. So
Yeah.
helping
have
helping a
res-
starving farming village is, great and all, but ultimately,
We
won't
We have a
matter.
responsibility to do this.
So, what was your vote, Wielder? The
Go.
vote-
Yes,
Yeah.
teleport.
Okay, I guess we're going to the creepiest person in the world.
I mean, it's 2-2. It's literally a tie, actually.
What? There's 5 of us.
Okay. So go. I haven't voted yet.
Oh. You should vote
Oh.
no then, because Percy's creepy as fuck.
I don't think that's a valid reason. I'll just go. That's fine. I just rolled. I don't know what to pick.
We're
All right.
going.
All right, tell Percy we will accept a teleport if he has one available.
Ugh.
Understood. Let me know where we can meet.
What? He has the teleport.
He's teleporting to us.
Oh.
Oh my
And then he'll teleport back. I hate
Do I
this
tell
guy.
him here
I go
or
over here.
sword?
Yeah, just tell him here. No one else is around, so if he's gonna try something, we're good.
Well, let's go say goodbye to Ariane if we have time. We can tell him to meet us at Ariane's, and if he...
Well,
does something
if
weird,
you
then
don't
Ariane can
trust
kill
him, do you want to send him there?
Well, yeah, because then Ariane can kill him if he does something weird.
I think you'll just end
Hands
up
the
getting the
goat.
whole place slaughtered if they attack him.
Technically, sending doesn't really have a limitation on when you can reply, if you think about it. It doesn't say.
It says
Like,
you
there's no
can
expiration
immediately.
date.
Yeah.
It says immediately. We have been stretching that word immediately very far.
Well, it's just like
it says
and
and can answer in a like manner immediately.
it's like in
guess,
JoJo's how like they can stop time for like a few seconds, but it lasts for like 2 hours.
Oh, can they stop time? I stopped watching it during Stardust because Stardust was so bad.
You stopped watching like literally the episode before they introduced that. I forgot. Oh, sorry.
I mean, we do it all the
Or,
time as
yeah.
players in combat. We're doing a ton of strategizing. That it's
yeah,
just
exactly.
because we're in world together for way longer than we actually play. They know each other a lot better and can do a lot of stuff without verbalizing. But we as players have to still verbalize.
If we meet him anywhere, it should be the neutral ground of somewhere where the owner loves us and is also endowed with us.
I mean, if Percy is going to try anything, let's not risk Arian's life. Let's just put it here.
Alright, I'll tell him the shores of Hellsmead Beach. Eastern side? I guess? Northeastern side? I think that's where we are.
It'd be the western side.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
the beach is like... But yeah.
On the west.
Oh, I was thinking like in relation to the meteor itself. But yeah.
Oh, I see. Makes
There isn't
sense.
really a western shore over there, so I don't know. Yeah. Western shore of the continent. Island.
Alright. I'm going to roll 1d6. Out of character, this is actually the world being alive.
The world being alive.
I don't like Percy.
Alright, I rolled a 5. He's going to end up here.
Based.
I
Oh,
just
we
think
can
like-
shoot him.
All right, when he comes here, everyone grab, get him when he comes.
Yeah, we could just shoot him and then we wouldn't have to deal with him anymore.
You see this with their just kind of bows and then steps to the side. Well, well, well. The Rising all in one piece, so the rumors are true. You escaped
We've-
unscathed.
We've talked to Percy since we've been back.
We did, yes. We
Yes,
visited
but
him, in
not since
fact.
we exploded.
Okay.
We haven't
That's
really been
good.
very far since we exploded.
That's fine.
So, I have something that I must discuss. However, Julius and you, Angie, please go far, far away. You are not to hear this.
Julius?
Julius?
The wizard nods.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Just looks up at you, like expecting you to follow.
We're part of a team.
And these words are not
Purple?
for you to hear.
Happy's gonna flash the Stonewall salute and like pop the collars on her bishop cloak. They are part of the Stonewall. Angie's a part of the Stonewall, and they will be a part of this meeting, or there will be no meeting.
I frankly do not trust Angie as far as I can throw her.
Well-
So,
So
my assistance is contingent on this meeting.
everything
And
you
this meeting must not contain Angie.
above board, everything you tell me, I will tell Angie by proxy. So it makes no difference whether she attends or not. May as well let her attend.
That's true. I mean, I might as well.
If we're gonna work as a
Oh,
unit, anything you
so-
tell us, likely if it's pertinent information, Angie will know, even if we do try to withhold whatever we can. May as well just have her in the meeting.
Unless you're scared of, immediate backlash for what you're about to say.
I'm not afraid of that. What I'm afraid of is somebody who is using an amulet of non-detection. They are
Oh.
untrustworthy and must be removed from my presence.
I just scryed us a week ago. I mean, it makes sense. But you do
Then
not want to be scrying.
Remove the amulet. I don't know what you're trying to conceal from me, but I won't have it.
Other people are where they're rising. They may be scrying on us.
I mean, if we
Julius can create a ward against scrying. However,
Are you sending Julius away?
Julius will create the ward against scrying, but you must leave. These are my conditions. Otherwise, this
Otherwise-
information cannot be trusted in your hands.
Happy
I
will tell
mean-
me everything anyways. I don't care. Come on, Julius. There's fun things. Let's go splash in the water together.
I believe we have to go further away, but yes. However, I cannot get my robe wet.
I know prestidigitation. It's perfect. I can draw you off after.
Julius begins ritually casting a spell for a while.
Can I identify the spell as he's casting it?
You make an Arcana check to do it, yes.
Oh, the scrying ward.
11.
I tell him true.
Wow.
I think 11's good enough.
11 is not good enough.
Uh-oh. Casting. Summon the Trask.
Takes 10 minutes, no big deal.
You get the sense that he's doing some abjurative effects, but you don't know exactly what he's doing. After a while, there's a shimmering barrier that appears all around Percival and just sort of a little radius. Let me measure this one out. Actually, very little.
Cal, do you want to join us?
I cast. Oh no, I shouldn't. No, I was gonna fuck with him. I was going to cast Silent Image so I can attend the meeting holographically.
You're within 100 feet. I could relay things telepathically to you.
Does he go swimming?
He plants his staff and stands stoically watching you play in the water.
I tell him, I show him I have prestidigitation. I picked up some things.
Julius is a very serious man.
I like, as part of my attempts to like persuade him, I like put my hands on his shoulders and I'm like, come on, Julius, we'll have so much fun. And while I'm doing this, I would like to have a quick look-see at the contents of his pockets.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything good to have in there. 36.
Okay. You see that he has a components pouch that he uses rather than like a wand.
Oh, if he's got any guano in there, I'm gonna pinch that. Otherwise, if that's the only thing he's got, I'll leave him alone.
All right, you steal his bat shit.
Yeah. Well, if he plans to fireball us, now he can't. I go back to having fun in the water. Just wanna have fun in this. I can't remember the name of this song.
All right, everyone, in this very admittedly cramped circle.
Yes, I'm moving.
If I continuously dry myself with prestidigitation, does the ocean eventually empty?
Only
I
dry.
don't think it does.
I think he'll tire out long before then.
It would be a bit absurd, I think. I'm missing an important piece of the soundtrack here. In the meantime, you kind of watch as Julius just stands stoically, occasionally dodging splashes of water. Are you splashing him on purpose, or is it you're just like splashing around and prestidigitating? What do you think?
Alright, what was that?
Julius is trying to dodge splashes of water, but then otherwise standing as still as possible. Are you trying to splash him, or is it just like you're playing around in the water?
No, I'm not trying to splash him. If he's going to be a fuddy-duddy, I'll just swim around and enjoy myself and enjoy being able to swim without melting.
Nice. Yeah, it's been a while since... Well, for the world it's been a while. For you, it's just been like a few days. It's been like several months, actually. Out of character, but... Here... It's just been a few days, actually, from your perspective, that the world's been destroyed.
I have no idea what spell you're talking about. I can cast Fireball, though.
You cast Fireball so often it has become your signature move.
Luckily, I just have a Holy Focus for that.
Okay. Remember when I told you that I had a dummy aspect?
Yes. You and Fate?
That was a bit of a misnomer. I have been misled.
What do you actually have?
I wish it was nighttime when this was happening. It would have made this whole conversation much better. There are 2 moons in the sky.
Yes, it is. And we know that many thousands of years ago, there was one.
That's correct. The original stone dragon.
Do you have an aspect of the old moon?
I am the old moon.
I think
I'm a
your ego
backup plan.
Your ego might be ahead of yourself there.
Can I?
Not exactly. Wielder?
Never mind. Do we know what this circle is? Is this a
It's,
zone of truth?
It's some sort of abjurative effect. Isaac
Okay.
failed. So you don't know what it is. You could attempt to discern what it is if you'd like.
Can I do with that Arcana?
Mhm.
As
Yeah, you could have like figured out what he was casting when he was casting it.
22.
I'm gonna use Lost Souls instead. Because the other music isn't working. All the music isn't working. Oh no.
I've not been hearing music.
Yeah,
It
I-
seems to have problems. today.
I heard the last one, but it kept looping. Every 10 seconds.
no, the music is just down right now. Well, that's unfortunate.
Forge.
Percival is in an area. Well,
Well, the
you're
music
all
in
in
Discord, and we can all just hit play.
Would
So
never do that.
what is happening here right now is you are in the effects of a non-detection aura.
Okay.
It just shields you from outside scrying. Very simple.
Oh, music worked.
Did it? It's not working
Yeah.
for me.
I hear
No.
it.
I'm gonna
Watch Who's
refresh.
Playing.
Nice.
World Watch. Yeah. It looped before previously. It was weird. Like it looped every 20 seconds. whatever it
I'm
was.
not hearing it, so I'm also going to refresh.
It's like a drum track with like some backing chords, right? That's what
There we go. So,
I don't hear it.
I'd like to explain myself, because I haven't really done this in a long time, and you probably have some questions about my motives, why I'm here, why I'm doing what I'm doing, or have done what I've done. I have a new mission, but that's neither here nor there. Allow me to come clean. I am Grand General Percival Alfurius Nightwest of the Bruiscanian military. I have been sent to this city, to Slaypool, in order to dismantle the Ismailan government from the inside out.
Well, things seem to have gotten pretty complicated for you, haven't they?
Along the way, I had met with a person that my intelligence had revealed is, in fact, the Sky Pope of the Conclave. An invaluable ally, and I had found out that she was a changeling using different identities to infiltrate various stages of the world. Needless to say, I was intrigued. Over time, we formed a close partnership. You see, she also wanted to dismantle the Ismailan government. The city of Slaypool. We had a lot in common. And so, foolishly, I let myself be swayed in by her words. She convinced me that people in power deserve to rule. Something that I still, to an extent, believe in. But I've come to see the error in my ways. You see, in this world, people can get way too powerful. I'm sure you've noticed that Fate is onto a god herself.
Of course.
And the more I think about it, the more I started to question the Conclavist doctrine. Why is it that Alex chose these 15 people? It was just because they were powerful enough to defeat the enemies, yes, but why should they rule? And
That is a good point.
do we have any reason for them to continue ruling? Why is it that we must remain submissive to evil tyrants because they were on the side of good some 1,000 years ago?
Mhm.
I began to dig into the history of the world. That was when I found about the progenitors. And, as excited as I was, the little puppy Percival back in the day, I ran right into Fate to tell her about this, thinking that I had something that would shatter her view of the world forever. And then she told me who she really was. So, bit
Wait.
by bit, I sunk deeper into her trap.
Did you know who Paige was the whole time?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. You seemed pretty busted up about it back when marriage ended.
I thought that we were deceiving the world together. But I was just being deceived.
I understand.
That's neither here nor there. The point is, in my foolish narcissism, frankly, I let the entire world get destroyed. And, in the process of it, I have gained this power. The original aspects are the ones who set the world as it is now. And it just so happened that there was a member of Shiva, a mortal living along all these times. Well, there was. The aspect is so damaged now that I don't even think it could transfer non-willingly. But nonetheless, Sylvania, Fate, managed to convince this person to give their aspect up, to pass it on to the new generation. At this point now, the aspect either dies with me peacefully, or if I die, everything is gone. That moon, that writ, all of it.
Can I roll insight on that?
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
It sounds like he's
So-
trying to make him like, you can't kill me, because if you do, it'll be terrible.
Like, dude, we really just buy that this guy's the moon? This man just said he was the stone dragon egg.
That's so big a lie that you have to believe it.
Yeah,
Kind
It's
of.
like if he were lying about that, he would know that it's too ridiculous. So it must be the truth.
Once again, everyone, Percival is so suave and slick about everything that he does. Whether or not he's lying is nearly impossible to tell.
Okay, so out of character here. He has an aspect from a mortal member of Shiva that didn't become a god. And it was living up until a little while ago.
Yeah, who was that?
Is that what you're saying? That's my question.
That's what he's saying, yes.
Okay. Who was this person? Back in character. Who was this person?
Well, it was a man who'd faked his own death. His name was Vesper. You probably haven't heard of him much. He's very understated in the history books.
Out of character, I know who that is.
Yeah, I know who that is too. And I think the only character who might know that name
Isaac.
is not hearing this right now.
It was in
It was
his holy book.
Klaus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Klaus's scarf.
Yeah. Cloth of
Shroud
Vesper.
of Vesper. Yeah, Cloth of Vesper.
Nonetheless, the point remains. I am the key to the Crucible. Me.
The key.
I always wondered, why is it that Fate didn't just come kill me? I mean, she clearly could, easily. It wouldn't be a problem. It would cause certainly far more despair to the world if I was lost. I mean, I'm one of the few remaining paragons of virtue in this God's forsaken land.
No, a lot of
If
people
my
really hate
eyes
you.
could roll, they'd be rolling.
Don't exactly have the great reputation that you seem to think you have.
Well, I'm just winning by default. Have you seen my competition?
I think
Who's your
it's us.
You were gone for 2 years.
Yeah.
Who was
Most-
your competition?
Is there a reason why you're not siding with Dast if you're part of the same original country?
He just cut him off. He's gonna
It's-
be fuming.
Quite simple. I always loved and supported Dast. He was our emperor. And the entire reason I came into Slaypool was quite simple. The rulers of Slaypool are maniacs. They're monsters. Have you seen what Xenos has been doing behind the scenes? Horrific. I figured I would dismantle this city by any means necessary, and in doing so, I came to find exactly what Dast was planning. From the Mercury Mortar, I know now why Xenos attempted to defeat Dast so many times. His goal is to end all magic, and all magical life alongside it. That I cannot abide.
So you just wanted to lower people's power, though.
That's correct.
I'd say that's better, but I still don't think that's the right move.
You do kind of risk potentially permanently reducing our capability to progress as a series of species by doing so.
Stagnate us.
Very well, then let us be stagnant. I'd rather have that than this.
Oh god, out of character, that's... He's convincing this player.
I mean,
Wielder absolutely does not agree whatsoever, but Blix is like, yeah, god, he's got a point.
You can still kill him. Just saying, through it from the distance.
If we kill him, then potentially, if he's telling the truth, everything just ends. Right?
well,
everything
the
is-
current rules, the current writ would end, maybe? That
Was he also saying because there's 2 moons, there's 2 writs active right now?
I don't think another writ's been penned from the other moon. I think there's just 2 stone dragons.
That's right. Okay.
So, I think you're maybe starting to realize exactly what is happening here. I've done some research. I've talked it over with Fate. I've talked it over with Dast even. He's had me over for a conversation a few times before I rejected his ideology entirely. And I've read from the Asnan peoples. There's not ever been a case in the worship of the Stone Dragon where there's been 2 moons. And from extraplanar travel, there's literally no cases of a planet with more than 1 moon. Not one.
what?
Man, we live in a
Carol-
weird real world. Man, we have crazy planets with more than 1 moon. That's cool though, Pog. I love astronomy.
You mentioned that you said you had a new mission, but that's neither here nor there. What is that new mission exactly?
Does it relate to being the key?
Here is the thing that I don't want anyone to know about, especially Angie. hot-headed idiot that she is, she has no idea what is required to run anything, and her violent temperament, her desire for destroying anything she sees as wrong without any lack of a alternative. Ugh, hate her. But there's one thing that I admire about her. It's her idealism. Her optimistic desire for a better world. We're not writing the writ for this world. This world is as good as gone. We're writing the writ for the next world to come.
Is that a sure thing?
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do to save this world?
Yeah. Oh, clearly.
This world-
Even if we were to revert it back to normal but everything was good, the era would definitely be changed. It's a massive event that is going to ripple throughout the culture for the next
Oh, that's
rest of
fine.
time.
I don't mean a figurative. Like, is there actually no way to save this actual, real, physical world?
That's correct. Nothing can be done. The
Can I roll
writ
in?
will not do anything to this world.
Can I roll an insight on that?
You may.
Does this mean like we are gonna be represented in the next world but not be ourselves?
Well, if Ain gets his wish, then yes. He'll create a carbon copy of this world, minus the demons.
So what happened when
Now that's just a
our current,
philosophical argument
our
about it.
current writ got written? Obviously, the wife of Alex, nobody remembers because they became the writ, but everybody else is still around.
That's correct. Let me ask you a question. If every planet has only one moon, this second moon, the egg of the stone dragon, where's the dragon going to go?
Where did the first one go? Is it gonna fight the first one?
Well, actually, that's a good point. You said you were the old moon. What relation do you have to the stone dragon? Are you it?
I am the egg.
Okay.
I am what's left of the egg anyways. The dragon has hatched. We stand on its back.
Yeah. So the moon's gonna hatch and come down here, destroying the planet.
Perhaps. Or perhaps it will go somewhere else. I don't know what will happen when the egg will hatch.
Oh. What?
No one does.
This thing about planets only having one moon. Is that true? Is it if we've looked out at enough other ones to see just one moon, one planet?
I think for Wielder, that seems like something Wielder would absolutely know. That is true. 100%
Okay.
fact of this world.
That's interesting.
Every planet has an egg. That egg grows.
But if planets and moons are eggs for the stone dragon, what lays the eggs? At every
We'll
planet.
have to ask the dragon itself. Once this thing hatches, once the crucible opens, we'll have a chance to ask the stone dragon ourselves. This has never happened in the history of every plane. As much as I hate what's happened to the world, that the machinations of Shiva have brought this egg onto an existing world, creating an unprecedented event, I can't help but be thrilled.
And if you're the key, does that mean you're required for whatever party to enter?
Either willingly or through my death.
Oh, so if you die, it'll be the same as if the door had been thrown open?
Yes, but with one minor difference. If I die in battle, I don't know what happens to the old moon. I've never thought of it before. But only recently have I wondered what did she mean by a dummy aspect. So I dug deeper and found this. And then I found Marielle. This is the other thing I didn't want Angie to know about. Her unit all volunteered to defend against Fate's attack. There was one survivor. Her name is Marielle. I fished her out with my own 2 arms. I fought an army of angels. And then I came to realize one thing. We have become so powerful, all of us, that we've become desensitized to what the average person has to do. When was the last time you ever worried about finding food?
Literally never.
We did have to worry about food when we were trapped at Yakrob's sanctum. Which
I was
wasn't that long
speaking
ago
only
for
for
us, but it was, years for you.
I was speaking only for myself.
I think that you may have a different experience of the world, Percy. Stop talking and standing from your tall towers.
Perhaps I do. Perhaps I have. It's Marielle that led me to realize this. For the past 40 years, I've been focused with something so far out of people's conception of reality. Worried about the fate of the world, the fate of individuals. Didn't even come into the picture. What's 1,000,000 deaths to save 100 million? I forgot the weight of a single human life.
It's a cost too high.
Irreplaceable. Just hear in the distance.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Is that a seagull?
It was great because your mic even made it sound like it was from far away.
You didn't say when Isaac died. You didn't forget the weight of one life.
And so, we come to this. I don't know what they want from the new world, but I know what Fate wants. She wants to use me to pull everything over into the new world, then control that new world to declare war on everything. And I know that Nula wants to end both. And I know that if Ain gets his way, well, everything here will be gone at the very least. I would rather rule over a shattered world than see
So-
everything come to oblivion.
To put it in simple terms, Nula wants to end everything, Fate wants to control, rule everything, and Ain wants to reset everything. That's what we're up against.
Right. Xenos wants to remove every limitation on the world and let only a few elites rule. Dast wants to protect everything by creating absolute dominance, I suppose, over magic. Letting so many fall in the process. Perhaps Dast and Ain could save this world, but I do not choose their savior.
It really just leaves you us and our potentially more moderate solutions.
Is Fate's goal really control? I thought it was to make everything as horrible as possible.
What do you think she plans to do with the control? They're one and the same to her. She wants to be unstoppable. A harbinger of despair.
Across all planes, not just this one.
Do you have any plans on what you want the writ to be for the next world? Should there be one?
You already told us.
Oh,
It would be limited. They wouldn't be able to get super strong.
Oh yeah.
You'd be like level
If-
5, 6 or whatever.
I had my way, and believe me, I wish I did. I would use my ability to fix this world. It doesn't have to end with my death in the creation of a new world. That's likely what fate wants in the end.
So you're to be immortal and just live forever? Should we want this world to keep living?
There are
Yeah,
ways to do
how
it
does that work?
to maintain immortality. I'm sure you're familiar with a few.
Yeah.
Nine had his clones, simulacrums.
So apotheosis, which is what the protags did.
So, okay. So, Fate is basically waiting for the next dragon to hatch before she could kill you. Essentially, is that what's her goal?
That's correct. I am the key to this world, not to the next.
What does that involve for you? You're the key to change the writ. What does that mean? What do you have to do?
I don't know. This has never happened before.
That's true. So what's going on with Nula, Ein, and Fate right now? They're all fighting?
That's correct. They all have the same goal, but only one can win. For the time being, there was an uneasy power truce. The two of them, Fate and Nula, couldn't beat each other, so they remained in stasis. But somebody let Ain out, and he's tipped the balance. And now things have descended into chaos.
Well, if things had gone as planned, he would have been removed and the stasis would have remained, but it is what it is, so all we could do is try and deal with the consequences. So what's the situation over there? How much time do we have?
You probably have about a week before Fate is able to consolidate her forces again.
What could we possibly do to stop it at this point? Take out Ein? Would that even work?
That could. The problem is with Ain's ability, with his magic, he's able to run circles around the forces of Nula and keep them in place. Bit by bit, he's whittling them down to nothing. He intends to let Fate break through his weakened forces, and then have Fate and himself lead a charge into the Shattered City. I believe he thinks he can defeat Fate.
Really?
That's the only explanation.
I mean, that'd be amazing if he could, but I don't believe it.
I mean, we could let them fight among themselves and take on who stands at the end.
Certainly a possibility, but not one that I'm willing to entertain.
Because
they're fighting
at
in
that point,
civilian population centers.
they're not just going to the Swallowed City.
Where do you think the monsters all come from?
I thought you were saying Ein was currently at the Swallowed City fighting there.
That's
and then
correct.
Fate is heading there.
Yes, all true.
So
What?
they're not fighting in a civilian population, but the monsters are out there.
The monsters are the souls of the dead that were killed in this conflict. They come from Nula. They reside in the Swallowed City.
Maybe, well, if we take out Nula now, I don't know if we could, but then that would force Ein and Fate to fight.
Certainly also true.
Let's see. If we take out any of the three, it forces the other two to fight. They have to. They have to. So, who do we go after?
Nula's a problem because we don't have all the aspects.
Yeah.
We're missing one. We're missing Ain's. Fate is a problem because she's nigh untouchable. I think that kind of forces our hand to go after Ein like we originally planned.
Yeah. Now, how are we going to do that?
Is there a fourth option that we're missing here? Like, if we introduced a new third party into the, or fourth party into the
A
mix?
fourth party?
Like, if we
We could
broke
be the fourth party. You know, we could. An option is wait for when they're all clashing, we jump into the fray and hope we come out on top.
Myself, the White Lance, and Julius are the only forces that stand a chance against any of them. We had soldiers, yes, but they're weak. They would certainly be killed by the clashes of Fate and Ein. Though we
Yeah.
could at the very least storm the Swallowed City if that was your desire.
What of
But-
the Bronze Gauntlet?
May they rest in peace.
They're gone?
Certainly they will be in a matter of minutes. Fate had, for whatever reason, found out Briere was being kept there.
Teleport
Well,
us to there.
let's
now.
teleport there then.
Well,
Zulius! Happy's gonna cup her hands around her mouth and scream out for him.
They have a decent centralization of power there. Like,
we'll have to wait anyways. Julius has cast his teleport for the day.
So, you brought a wizard with you that can only cast teleport once?
Do you know wizards that can cast teleport twice? It's an incredible feat.
7th level spell, I think like 20.
Okay. Alright. That makes it okay.
yeah.
It's a lot different. Oh yeah, you should have 2 wizards. Yeah, you intended to stay with us all day? This was just too convenient. Bronze Gauntlet is being attacked and we have no means to get there. But otherwise, you have no reason to trust us. Why would you come here with only 1 teleport?
Because if I don't, the entire world will plummet into despair.
We have a week.
We have a week. At any time, Fate could attack the Bronze Gauntlet. We have no idea when.
You just said minutes a moment ago.
Who knows how fast she can respond?
All right,
On her own.
Then we make
We
with
could,
haste.
We've got a boat.
Yeah, let's go.
Could we set to ascending to the Bronze Gauntlet and have them just release him?
Quiet.
He's being held at our behest.
Bold of you to assume that Fate has any concept of mercy.
Alright, let's go.
Your boat won't get there before the next morning. I understand that waiting seems bad.
What are you playing with for next? Oh, I guess you could teleport us at this point. Oh.
Yeah. Which makes, the travel pointless.
I understand that you want to move to action, but we must move cautiously. If you die, you have one more chance, and I suspect they're not going to be nice and give you all your magic items.
One more chance.
You'll be reborn in the Swallowed City as monsters. After that, nothing.
Curious, so souls can't be recycled twice?
No. As far as we can tell, anyways.
We at least need to warn them. Are they aware of this?
I believe so.
That's not good enough. We probably should just warn them.
That warrior came back. What was his name? Afray?
Afros?
There we are. He seems particularly strong. Plus, they have that Death Knight with them. Wemley has always been a good strategist. At the very
Beyond
least,
peer.
At the very least, I don't believe they'll fall instantaneously. They should put up some sort of a fight. Nonetheless, if you'd like to teleport there first, I can have Julius go. I've been there many times myself.
I'll do a sending to Wemley, just tell her that Beta's arraying an army and they're coming like immediately, just in case that they for some reason don't know, and a little bit of time would help them.
Ever since the Ain came back, we've been on guard. That's the response.
Well, at least I know now. That won't be on my conscience, I guess.
Doesn't matter who they're preparing against. They're prepared.
We have no more allies in that area, so yeah.
Miss Fizzlebang, if you could kindly don't tell Angie about this.
About what?
That this world is pretty much as good as dead.
It's kind of a big thing to keep from someone.
Isn't it important that everybody knows the stakes?
Yeah. What if they have something they want to do before they die?
For some people, it's best to have hope. You've grown into a very capable commander.
I don't know where you get off telling me what I should tell the people I work with, and you don't know them as well as you think you do. A lot has changed since you've last spoken to us.
I'm not telling you. I'm asking. I understand I don't have a lot of ground to stand on, given I attempted to destroy everything you stand for, but... You know your people better than I do, I suppose.
I mean,
A lot of people have been drawn to Angie because, despite being a complete idiot, she genuinely wanted to make things better.
I don't appreciate these backhanded compliments. This is, I think, the third time you've done this in this conversation. You've said similar things about Angie earlier. I would ask you to refrain from doing so. You're in a lucky position. I cannot punish you, as you are the moon itself.
I mean, I wouldn't consider that perfect protection, but...
He stares into your eyes. Tell me, what do you think if Angie got her way and I was killed on the many attempts she made on my life prior to this? What would have happened?
I mean, they did not know. So maybe it's best that they do know now.
No,
You're
no,
just
no,
making my
not
case
that.
for me.
What do you think would have happened? Would Capri have just dissolved without me?
Probably not. Someone did replace you with someone.
They would have replaced me with someone, yes. Do you know the kinds of people that I had working for me? I'm sure you're familiar with Mr. Korakowski.
Mr. Living Spells.
yeah.
Creator?
Yes.
Mr. Everything terrible Capri has done.
People like that are the kinds of people I had employed specifically because they were useful to me. I could keep them under my control, and I could direct that energy to dismantling Slatepool. Now, without me gone, that one last guardrail is removed.
I mean, I don't think whatever they ended up doing would not be anywhere near in comparison to what you ended up doing, teaming up with Fate. I know how early your
You
alliance
thought
with them
beautiful. And let me ask you this. Do you think I was the only one in Capri who worked alongside Fate on Project Faith?
Nope.
I was one of 4. There were 5 of us. But see, the difference is that I would question Fate, I would call her out, and occasionally I would get her to dial it back. The others simply didn't care. If they could rule the world, who cares what state it's in? That's the thing about power. It corrupts very easily. Even I was corrupted. Probably still am. And look at you. Miss, I would kill someone for insulting my friend.
Well, I never. Well, not just for that. You do realize you've done all this to Slatepool, and our explicit goal is to protect Slatepool.
Wonderful. Then, when I'm dead, all of the damage will be undone. You really are an idiot too, aren't you? I take back my previous
you will
compliments.
No, because I am still skeptical of what you're continuing to do. I'm not entirely sure if you're on our side.
I'm on the side of having a world that I can give to my children.
Well, you did a terrible job at it. You contributed exactly to this. You worked with Fate. You're a
And
failure.
there hasn't been a day that's gone by in the past month I haven't thought of blowing my own brains out because of it. But you know what will happen when that occurs? Because I don't. But I have reason to believe that involves the moon cracking and raining debris all over everything. Or do you think that I'm just taking this in stride?
I mean, I don't understand. So you're like self-martyring yourself for destroying Slatepool? I don't understand. For creating the state the world is in now? Oh, woe
No.
is me, I can't end my suffering, but you caused all the suffering.
No, I'm fucking not.
Well, you
I'm
quite-
doing something about this. That's the only reason I've kept myself going this whole time. I'm going to fix this.
Happy, I think you should lay off of him a bit. He's trying to use his actions to correct his past misdeeds, or at least atone for them.
And if not for him, we know it would have been someone else, and it probably would have been even worse.
I'm not asking for you to like me. I'm asking for you to work with me so that we can do something about this.
Basically saying, keep doing what we've been doing.
Right, and we shall.
Now, you can either have the help of the largest force in Slatepool, or you don't. Which would you rather?
Which would you rather?
With your power and my resources, we might be able to, I don't know, fix something. Because as long as you keep fighting like this, with no one to back you up, all it takes is one failure, and everything that we've stand for is gone.
I mean, everything at this point is all or nothing. We can't afford to fail once. But ultimately, a lot of this stuff also, in the same vein, doesn't actually matter until the very end, when literally everything gets rewritten. We just have to make sure
when everything
we're
is
there.
written on the new world, at the very least, I can try to do something to keep this world from being destroyed in the process. But we can't undo what we've done without wiping everything clean.
Same as we can't undo that bomb, we just have to deal with it.
I'd wish that we had met sometime earlier, Vonari.
Even earlier than we did, I don't know how much help I would have been at that point.
I'll let you discuss amongst yourselves. Whether you want my help or not, whether you wish to work together or not. I will continue doing what I can, regardless.
Do you mind me asking, where's the White Lance?
Well, I'm not going to leave our entire city undefended.
Just making sure.
He's our strongest man. I trust him with my life and the lives of everyone who trusts me with theirs.
I want to insight that, just to be sure.
Go ahead.
White Knight himself. White Knight. Ooh.
Vonari, you are taken aback because this is the first time you've ever seen Percival's mask truly slip. It's an extremely rare moment of vulnerability. Then he's back to normal.
Very well, we'll discuss amongst ourselves, but I don't see many alternatives.
Good. And at the very least, don't tell Angie most of her unit has died. Not now. There will be a better time.
Did we want to go back to the Broodvar estate to rest, or is that a risky endeavor for you?
Percival just lies down on this beach towel. You can come back now.
Did we ever check it for like a pitfall trap?
No, we
Imagine
listed
that.
it up and there wasn't underneath it, so.
Okay.
You set up.
Imagine
pitfall
that.
trap.
After all of that, if I die, this world is over. It's like, I'm just going to go lay on this towel, and there's a pitfall trap under on it. He gets impaled on spikes, and that's campaign over.
Eighth of Pilgrim's time, baby.
I come back and ask Happy what he said.
Well, so Percy is the old moon, the egg of the original stone dragon, personified somehow.
And if he dies, that's it for the world. Unless certain circumstances.
And he is actually He actually is the Grand General Percival Nightwest. He was sent here ages ago to dismantle Slaypool.
He was working with Dast, but when he learned Dast's plans, he broke that alliance.
He was working with
He-
Fate from day one, though.
And before we go any further, just from my read on him, he's genuinely trying to do the right thing.
Not sure he's familiar with the concepts. He might believe that he's trying to do the right thing, but I'm not sure he actually knows what that is.
Angie, I completely understand your distrust of him, but just can keep an open mind about him for now.
What else? We were talking for a very long time.
I mean, he kind of waffled on and talked about the same points and questioned him. He's very adamant
As we
not
do.
to. There's one person in your retinue, Angie, that survived the recent attack.
Was
I forgot
one
their name. It was a
one
female, I
person that
believe.
survived?
At Marigold?
Marielle.
Marielle.
What about everyone else?
They died, I think.
Presumed dead.
As you say, died pretty bad.
Means they probably reincarnated as monsters in the sunken city.
Fuck.
Which is...
Fuck, I don't know what to say. Fuck.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We have one other chance if we become. I guess we could have intuited this earlier, but should we die, we'll come back as nightmares. But we have another chance, is what Percy said. So I think we could still think and speak and act.
I think we'd retain ourselves.
Much like what we saw at the Bronze Gauntlet.
I don't remember who said it, but yeah, we did learn that monsters can retain themselves somewhat if the person is powerful.
Yeah, but it takes them a while to remember. By the time we actually remember what we are, the world will probably have already been destroyed.
Well, what the way Percy set it out to be is as if time it would take time.
And we might be reincarnated as something useless and shitty, like a bird.
The way he said it was
I don't think the forces of the universe would force that on us.
Well, the wording he said it with was we wouldn't get our magic items, but
well,
Let's
if
not
you
plan on
reincarnate,
this.
your magic items are clearly nowhere near you.
well, he
just win.
explicitly said they wouldn't let us get whatever they are, our magic items back.
Well, if you're in the Sunken City, you're under Nula's purview.
But what if he's the key to the Crucible? Are we taking him hostage or what?
I feel like no. My point. I feel like if he said that we wouldn't keep our magic items, he'd probably also mention that we wouldn't have our memories right away. Right off.
On one hand, if we stick near him, we can't be nuked.
Yeah, do we
think-
just take him hostage?
I think we should. We could. If taking him hostage might be the best way to actually protect Slaypool. But he did
be-
That means we
promise
have
us
to talk to this prick every single day.
not every day. It's just for today, and then he's going to teleport us to the bronze gauntlet, so we can protect it, and he's going to provide us troops as well.
I mean, if we take him hostage, we have to talk to him every day.
Not
I don't know
really
if taking him
hostage. It's
hostage-
called being an alliance, but
I don't know if taking him hostage is smart.
we don't really have many allies that haven't already been crushed. And of the major players, at least they're not immediately hostile to us and are not 100% disagreeable.
Yeah, he's up to like 200 or 300%.
I feel like even Dast is less disagreeable, potentially. But
Really?
Are we away from him, Pog, or can he hear us?
You know, Dast. If Dast gets his way, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
I mean, if
I
the
don't
world,
think
if
I'd
if this-
disappear, but I don't think I wouldn't.
if this
Percy's
world,
away.
He's like
enough.
100 feet away.
Yeah.
if this world right here ended, then that would mean nothing that subsisted off magic even exists anymore, right? And that's,
Yeah, we'd need Percy to carry, in order to carry the people of this world into the next. we need to work with him, or else, yeah, maybe a peaceful new world arises, but it means everyone here dies. We need him to save the people who are currently alive.
I think the
No,
good
he
news
believes
is
that we need him. And it's very convenient for him. Or he lied to us.
I
I have no
believe him.
proof of this other than Percy's insane ramblings. You realize this man also believes that I'm his son? Like, he is not highly intelligent.
well, I mean, I think he doesn't
I
mean
mean,
I think
biologically.
objectively he is very intelligent, and you
He
are
was saying
technically
the same
his
about
son.
you.
He is very wrong about very important things.
He
I-
is probably telling the truth because fate has not killed him yet, even though it would have been convenient to do so
Yeah.
many times before. And
I think
that
that's the
leads.
most convincing thing.
There's other explanations for that. Maybe fate still holds like a candle for him or something.
I doubt that.
I don't think he's lying.
Fate
Uh,
wants everyone
It
to
is
suffer.
suspicious that he's making himself seem irreplaceable and can't be taken
You
down.
have somehow twisted it so that a husband and wife loving each other is less plausible than a man being the moon, and also if we kill him, the world will
Have you
explode.
Well,
not?
they
Have you
weren't
not?
really.
You've heard fate speak. Fate is not normal. Fate wants to cause as much suffering as possible. That is her end goal.
He's not exactly doing short-term plays here.
Cared about me. She's not incapable of caring, even if she's twisted. And that's not to say that there's not other explanations too, why fate hasn't murderized him yet. But like the least plausible explanation as to why fate has killed him is that he's actually a moon and he will destroy the planet if he dies.
He didn't seem to be
Well, do
lying.
you believe that he's an aspect of some sort?
He may even
mean-
believe it. Like he may not be lying, he may believe this, but he is dumb as fuck.
I don't know if
It's funny that you think he's dumb as fuck because he thinks you're dumb as fuck.
Well, yeah, he also
Pardon
doesn't
my
know who I am, so you know, it's great reading on his part.
Yep. Okay, what are our alternatives? Is there any alternatives that are...
The problem is we can't really take the risk to do anything to him. Even if we had reason to do anything to him, we can't really take the risk to do anything.
It doesn't...
because
I don't think
might
it
cause the end of
furthers
the
our
world.
cause.
Well, we know one thing. We know the Bronze Gauntlet's going to be attacked, and he's probably not lying about that.
We do have a week to decide.
Well, they might get attacked at any time.
Well,
We want to go
decide
there
what we
tomorrow.
were talking about previously. I think we were agreed we're going to the Bronze Gauntlet tomorrow.
Well, what were we talking about previously? I forgot.
Whether to team up with Percy or not. We've got a week.
Let's see how
Well,
if it's intel tracks.
We have
Let's
a
see what
week
happens
until
with the
all three of the major players are clashing and blowing everything up on the island.
True, so we shouldn't wait until the last minute.
Well, he
Yeah.
also said we have about a week for the Bronze Gauntlet as well,
No,
which is pretty.
that's
inconvenient.
much
No, he
more-
said we had minutes to a day.
No, but then he said weeks after.
Percy
the
has
weekend.
no idea. What he meant by that is that he had no idea how quickly fate can respond. But just that, like, fate could attack at any moment, type thing.
He's moving to organize the troops and get over there. How long it takes is anybody's guess.
Fate wants to keep us alive, right? We could pretty easily get an audience with Fate and ask her, and gauge
Would
her
that be
reaction.
safe?
It'd be safe for us. Yeah, she doesn't want to kill us explicitly, so.
She did
Yeah,
tell
but
us
like
the time
she
since
could.
the last
Yeah,
time.
she could trap us exactly.
What, trap us? I mean, I feel like she would have tried that already when she was talking
She
to us.
did.
That one.
She did.
When she was talking to us that
We
one
literally got trapped for 2 years.
day? No, that
Oh,
was
we
before.
talked since then.
Yeah, I'm talking about when we talked to her for like an extended like 20, 30 minutes.
She may suddenly decide, hey, you know what? I should put these guys back. I put them there for a reason. I'm gonna freeze them in eternity
In
forever.
theory,
I
she
feel-
can't do the same
Again.
thing again. She'd have to come up with something different, which might just take time.
I thought
I
we
feel-
take him hostage. Like, okay, we've done a lot of talking. I thought we just take him hostage if he's the key to the Crucible, then we have him with us. Otherwise, we just have an extra man.
If we take him hostage, then we have all the downsides of teaming up with him with none of the upsides. We do
Yeah.
not have his army at our disposal. We can't. We do not. We're not probably not
Thanks.
going to get really much advice from him.
Exactly.
Everybody
His
will
army
become
I
died.
know,
hostile to us.
I know this is tough, but we're
The
gonna
people in
have
his
to
army
work with it.
died.
I don't know. The White Knight's still alive. What, his army, did it die? How do we know that?
You
They've
just
obviously
told me my
taken their
entire
weak, but
unit
he
was
does have
killed
an
under
army,
his
he says.
command.
Your unit died, but your unit is what? 20 people? It's not an entire army. I understand that maybe the army for you, but you have to understand for
Well,
us, the
these
entire
people are
storm.
less important than us, so it's all right that they died. It's all we won't die if we join his army.
What?
The
What do you-
thing is,
Your daddy
right
issues are getting a little
now,
tired.
who is more important than who is irrelevant because the stakes are everyone.
I'll have you know, Angie, I'll die at any moment for the Stonewall. It's no problem to die.
The wizard is conjuring beverages for Percival.
He's cooling them with prestidigitation. Zulius. Evoker wizard.
We know that under his command, lots of people die very quickly. We know his stated goal is to destroy Slaypool. There are still bits of Slaypool here.
I think, well, like,
Well, specifically the government, which the
You-
government
you
is
know what?
long gone.
if I were to say...
Under our command, a lot of people died instantly.
Last
made
time
the
he
same
commanded an
mistake.
aspect, he tortured her for years and permanently broke her psyche.
Wasn't that Kurakowski?
Yeah, that was Korakowski.
Yeah.
Are there any aspects of Percy that make it actually compelling to work with him other than he's persuasive?
Well,
Because
he might be the
he
Stone Dragon.
Because
The
he
Stone
wants
Dragon.
to do something. Because he wants to make up for past actions.
And we have no other allies.
Yeah.
We have nothing.
I don't think we necessarily need allies. I think he's probably telling the truth about the Bronze Gauntlet being attacked. That's our number one priority. Whether or not we team up with them, we have to play it by ear. If there is going to be a big gathering of 3 people, of these 3 factions attacking each other, there's nothing we can what can we really do other than try to intervene in some way? Percy's just there. He's gonna try to. He says he's aligned with us. Maybe he isn't. He's just gonna send armies somewhere we say they should be sent to. If he does or doesn't, I mean, that's the case. We just operate as we normally do. He might be the stone egg. So we shouldn't do anything to harm him. I think there's not really much really at risk here.
It was never priority number 1 target. And if
Which
he's not actively working against us and he's in fact helping us, well then that's all the better.
We needed a place to go afterwards anyways. We were still deciding on where we ought to go. I mean, Bronze Gauntlet, that makes our decision for us. Just go there.
We need to take out Ein.
We do, but like Ein is presumably on the way, right? Like, Bronze Gauntlet's on the way to Ein, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're probably going to stop there regardless.
I agree with taking his teleport to the Bronze Gauntlet, but this man has spent the entire time we've been grouped together working against us in the shadows, ruining our lives, killing our friends, and taking things from us at every turn. His wife melts people. At a wedding, no less. Like,
Yeah, I don't buy for a minute that all of a sudden he's done all of that and all of a sudden he's had a change of heart. It's like sort of a complete 180 flip.
I've always been willing to work with him. He does get results.
I know, exactly. He has been very successful at tricking us at every turn. Are you confident that he won't continue to trick you if we work with him now?
Nothing he did resulted in our problems directly.
I mean, yes, they did because we were protect Stonewall, and he did everything to destroy. Slaypool, sorry, he did everything to destroy it.
Well, no, to dismantle the government.
He said, and he kept interchanging that with dismantling Slaypool from the inside out.
I mean,
He
a
kept
city
interchanging
essentially is its governance, so.
And well, I mean, that was how he stated his goal, and this is the end result of his goal. He worked with fate to do everything we see here in front of us. Like, it can't be understated the amount of like horrible atrocities he's done, and then the idea that he's making such a wild 180 out of nowhere when we haven't really seen him do anything good in person. To be honest, we're literally just going by his word. Actions, they saying actions speak louder than words. We haven't seen any action by him to say that he has done that 180. But he might be the stone egg, so we probably shouldn't do anything about him. His intel's probably valuable, so we should probably just go to the bronze gauntlet.
I mean, I think that's the most suspicious part of his story, because it's very convenient in protecting him.
I didn't want to bring this up. I didn't think it would be relevant, but he killed my dad. He killed my actual dad because he thought it would be funny, and then thought to lay claim upon me.
He did do. He did do that. Yes, he did do that.
My dad's a monster now. My actual father is a monster now.
I thought that was Fate's doing.
No, it was Fate. Fate and him and a bunch of other people were surrounding Isaac's father, and then they threw him off, I think, a tall building of some sort. And this was ages ago, a long time ago. So he's been working with Fate from step number 1.
Although he didn't necessarily know it was Fate at that time.
No, it was Fate. It was Fate herself. It was not the fake image that he married. Even though of his own admission, he knew that was Fate the entire time as well. I don't think he was ever tricked of who Fate was. I mean, I guess at one point he figured out Fate's true motives of destroying everything.
Then you think the betrayal on him was just... he knew?
I don't think he knew about the betrayal, but he was working with Fate to do a lot of evil things. Clearly, one of which killing a random innocent person, throwing them off a building.
No, they knew. They knew that was Isaac's dad. They knew that at the time.
Well, I don't think Percy had any idea of who Isaac was back then. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
From what Remains was able to tell me, they knew that he was Isaac's dad at the moment that they killed him.
Well, yes, they knew it was Isaac's dad, and they knew it was the person betrothed or married to Fate, but they didn't really know who you were. They just killed Fate's old husband, I guess. That's probably what they thought.
That totally makes everything okay.
No, I'm not saying it's good. I think that makes. I'm just saying.
We can deceive him. We can.
I'm emphasizing.
We could murder him if we want, but I don't want to work with him.
I'm trying to emphasize how early it was that he was working with Fate, which means every bad thing we've seen Fate do up until the betrayal, he was complicit in. That's why I'm mentioning that this is before Isaac or any of us were involved. This is when Isaac was probably a kid, I think.
I think that you have made several different appeals, Angie, that I would like to understand better. You have said that he is deceptive and that sometimes his interests are against us. Do you believe that he will work against us now? Because you've also said that you have a personal preference, that you have this emotional relationship to him because of your past and his misgivings. Do you think that there is any hint, perhaps, that you don't like Percy and therefore you don't want to work with him?
I think, objectively, we have a very poor track record of defining his intentions. And those intentions in the past have always been against us.
I mean, I got lots of useful information from him in the past.
I mean, just because he was useful does not mean he wasn't using us. Or
Yeah, it's
Sure, it
information
was
that
a
led you further
two-way
down the path of
street,
Project
yeah.
Faith.
I don't think it was 1-to-1 in value, the benefit that we got compared to what. Well, I mean, like, I just gotta look at what he did, right? He clearly, I don't think he did really much redeemable, did he? What's a redeemable act he did prior to the betrayal from Fate?
Well, if you take his word for it, which, as is, things could have been way worse if it was someone else in Capri and not him. He held her back somewhat. Things could be twice as bad right now.
Didn't he create Capri?
I mean, he was CEO. I don't think he... Actually, maybe.
Like it's all of it's just he
But like, if he
compiled a
got
bunch.
removed and someone else
It-
stepped up as CEO, where
But
would we be
he-
right now? We might not even be standing here.
If he was never there, then all those evil people, powerful people, would not be together in one conglomeration either. He created that.
Sure, but I mean, sort of going back in time and killing him
Just
as a
be-
child.
I mean, it says worse on him. He could die to anything, and he knows he could die to anything.
I assume fate would have just arranged something else, but you're right. We've all done terrible things. He said more terrible things, but of the major players left in the world, literally every single one of them has done completely awful, terrible things that are irredeemable or potentially irredeemable. But if everything's going to get rewritten, we need anybody that's like not hostile to us at the very least. You said you didn't need allies, but I think we do need allies. I don't think the 5 of us can do everything ourselves.
I mean, the last times we've doubted ourselves when it came to these sort of matters, we've done horrible things and made horrible mistakes. We doubted that we could fight and kill Ein, so we concocted this random series of the sort of weird way of getting rid of them with the bombs. I mean, I think self-doubt is holding us back, to be honest.
Well, I think we rushed that, and that's why we didn't consider that the bomb could have been moved. We didn't monitor it.
Well, I mean, even just the aspect that we wanted to place the bomb to begin with, which in itself is pretty bad, but that was motivated simply by self-doubt. I think the more we have doubts on ourselves,
Well,
the more
the
we'll
benefit
do
of that was it would have taken out 2 players at once while maintaining the balance, so nothing would have gone into chaos like this. Where if you fight them one at a time, that wouldn't have happened. We had taken on Silas first, or taken on Ein first, they would have been free to just leave and do whatever they want, as has happened now.
I think that would be preferable to what the end result was.
There would have been no potential for that ultimate victory.
I don't like. We don't have to even officially give any word that we have an alliance. We take the teleport and we see what we can help with the Bronze Gauntlet, and then afterwards we can make a decision as we see more of what Percy does.
Well, when you think of an alliance, what do you think? What do we have to actually offer him?
Well, exactly. He's not really requesting much yet, so that's why I don't think there's really much reason to be worried.
If it's share information, chances are we're not going to know a whole lot more than he does already. And if it's bodies, well, we've got 5 bodies, and we're going to be probably just taking out the same people we normally would have anyways, regardless. I don't really see how he would change that. And we don't really have anything else to offer other than the Resistance HQ, which got basically destroyed. So when we say we agree to an alliance, it's more like, hey, you help us and we don't hurt you? It seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see what the major downside is, other than he's a detestable person.
He's going to trick you again. He's been
We-
spending the entire time tricking you.
To do what?
You trust him far too much.
How's
He
he gonna?
led us down the path of Project Faith. So much had to go right for the world to end up here, and he maneuvered us expertly through all the pitfalls, and here we are. The world is destroyed. Partially because we trusted Percy far too much.
What is he gonna say that's gonna change what we do?
I'm not as suave as him. I have no idea.
We know what we need to do, and we're gonna have to do it regardless.
Perhaps he'll say things like, "Don't trust Angie."
I think we just be weary of when he makes requests. At the moment, he hasn't made any requests of us. Instead, he's given us information of a horrible thing that's about to happen. We just take that information and act on it, and we just move forward. I mean, I agree with Angie. We should be very careful with them or with working with them. But as it stands, really, yeah, like as you painted a perfect case, Venari, there really isn't an alliance right now. We're just benefiting from them. So
have
we'll see what
Saga.
his terms are.
We have Saga. We're going to have Sovereign. We have the Bronze Gauntlet. You
Well,
discount our allies is not invaluable.
Sovereign's probably a monster, and also there is the Mafia. We haven't heard anything about the Mafia, have we? Don Ambrose.
Yeah, we haven't heard from them in a while.
They're also getting, systematically wiped out.
How? From who? By who?
Fate's already hit our Resistance HQ. Corey's probably
they have-
dead. He couldn't respond to Ascending.
Can you send Ascending to Don Ambrose?
When was the last time we
I use a higher level spell
interacted
slot.
with him?
We're about to long rest. It might be worth it.
What do
When
we
was
wanna
the last
know?
time we even talked
Uh,
to anyone from the Ambrose family?
I mean, I never liked the Mafia to begin with.
I think they're preferable to Percy. I don't think the Mafia was trying to.
Percy's also got
Destroy
a
the world.
much larger force.
Percy's highly important for us to be near.
Where
While
the Mafia
to-
members don't really.
I don't know why it's important for us to be near him if all the key players know.
Eventually, not like I'm
Yeah.
not saying he joins the party, but
He's got much better
we're
things to
gonna
do.
need him.
It's Well, it's a long time before the really we need to protect him once the other egg hatches because we don't want anyone to kill him so that this
Yeah.
world ends. If what he says is
Because
true.
we need him to carry this world on into the next, and with whatever changes we eventually decide to make.
We might need him.
But like we should send Ascending to Don Ambrose because he was like one of the biggest people leading the resistance. Like I think we should probably talk to him. We could send Ascending to
I mean, we didn't see him in the Resistance HQ, did we?
Yeah. No, I don't. We haven't interacted with him for literal months. In real time,
Yeah,
And it's been even longer than that in
like
World.
6 months maybe.
but we were just talking about we should send Ascending anyways. We're just talking about how we don't have allies. This is literally an ally.
Oh, that's true.
What
he's-
do we say to him? That's what I question.
Just say, hey, it's the
You up?
Rising. What are you? Are you guys? Are you alive? Do you need help with anything? What's your status?
Are you doing this?
Okay, yeah. I'll use my last 4th level spell slot to do it.
Hey, I'm just posting this here just in case, but I'll say it as well because the conversation has stopped. I was just typing this to avoid breaking up the conversation. Except for Dast, everyone wants to kill Percy and end the world.
All right, then maybe
It's
we
like-
should keep him in the party.
It's a bit of a Percy hit squad right now. That's why he's like very not optimistic on his survival rate.
But they want to kill him right now, or when
There's a
the
good
egg
reason
hatches?
why he came to us and nobody else. Like,
So
he
yeah,
doesn't really
maybe
have a
we should
choice, and I don't think we
babysit him.
have much of a choice. It's kind of
Do
like,
they want to kill him now or when the egg hatches?
Yeah, right now.
Who knows?
If they want to kill him right now, then that means this world wouldn't end if he dies. So he's probably lying then, right?
Well,
But
the,
listen,
the
this
thing
He's
is, right,
lying.
at
think
the
he's
end of the
lying.
day, if he's telling the truth and he is the key to the Crucible, right, then Ain wants to reset the world, which effectively kills him, and everyone else wants to kill him.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed certainty. Eventually, they do want to kill him, but if they want to kill him right now as we speak.
They can
Then that
capture him, so when they want to kill him, they can kill him.
It's a damn Percy hit squad out here.
Yeah.
So you
There's a
send
way
this.
we
me-
can-
We need to keep him with us then.
I was going to say after the message thing. Sorry.
Dawn of the Ambrose family.
Holy shit, you're still alive. Things are fucking bad out here. Army of monsters. Send help ASAP.
Oh, he's probably in the sprawl.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh.
We
Well,
have
there's a way we can figure out if Percy's lying or not. We go to the sprawl, we fight this army of monsters, and we find the apology monster, and we find out what she knows.
Good
could
question.
do
Would
that.
Apology have a monster? Because I guess vampires do have souls, right? So she should have one.
She wasn't undead, she was a natural vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was a true vampire.
So she probably has a monster. We need to go talk to her. Also, I miss her.
All that feeding gone to waste.
I mean, there wasn't really any price to pay for it, so
It was just a cool build up, like she was about to go like Super Saiyan one session, but it didn't happen.
he was going to resurrect what's his face? Saga?
True, she was. She said that, right?
Yeah.
If she
If
ever
we get a second chance,
could.
so does she. So we go to the Bronze Gauntlet. We save them. We stop whatever fight is happening in the Swallowed City, and then we go to the Sprawl and we find Apology and we find out once and for all.
Yeah, I want to go to the Sprawl pretty badly. After hearing that, Sprawl is where our citizens are.
I think going to Swallowed City's dangerous.
Yeah.
Highly risky. Without all the aspects.
Well, we need to stop Iron from destroying the island, right?
Yeah, we need to find Ein, and he's probably in Sprawl.
I don't think Ein would go to the Swallowed City either, right? Because
He's been running laps around it, basically.
Yeah,
Picking away at Nula.
I feel like it'd be horrible for him to just.
So
run
if we
in
go
there.
to Bronze Gauntlet, it's a good central location. We can get information and figure out where people are.
Wait, can we? I forgot how far the Bronze Gauntlet was from the Sprawl. It was like right next to it, right?
Like north of its ways.
We see the world
Yeah.
maps for a little bit.
Yeah, you notice, by the way, that there is a dome around this this blanket. You cannot see through the dome.
He's just changing. It's nothing.
I think I know what spell it is. I forget the name.
It's
Right.
nighttime.
Right, but we can remember like what the world looked like, right?
Yeah.
Right. Wow, that's a big angel.
One hex was 1 day of travel, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. So,
Over to
2 day, day and a half, I think. 2 days.
Oh, we can ally with the Rat Prince as well.
I don't know how useful that is, but maybe.
Well,
Maybe he's super powerful now.
from the
We don't know
flash,
anything about the Rat
from the
Prince.
out of character flashback, we know the Rat Prince is working with Dawn Ambrose.
We go to the Bronze Gauntlet, we go to the Sprawl, we kill Iron, we find the Apology monster, and make her our friends.
Oh god, it would have taken us so long to travel down there by normal means.
Okay, we have. Okay, we. Percy has. He said he's gonna help us with like the White Knight and soldiers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they. I don't think this would be like a 1 day battle if Fate got her forces and descended on the Bronze Gauntlet. So we might be able to go to the Bronze Gauntlet. Percy promises to bring his troops. Hopefully he brings his troops in time. If it's just us, I don't think there's much we can do anyways.
I don't think his troops can get past the Swallowed City.
Well, it's an entire day of travel, they just go around.
It's like giant mountain range.
Just one
You don't
difficult
think Noah's
day.
gonna fucking see an army move away from his base of operations?
Well then, how is Percy helping us with this? Just the intel?
Eventually, when we go on the
Teleport.
Swallowed City, he will be able to also assault it with.
Okay, we could do this actually, because I do
Help
not.
with the assault,
And he's been
the
fighting-
assault on the Swallowed.
I don't trust our chances alone fighting off whatever army Fate gets to destroy the Bronze Gauntlet. I think we should go to the Sprawl first, deal with the nightmares, take what's left of the militia that was there that fought off the nightmares, bring them with us to the Bronze Gauntlet to help there as well. I think that's what we should do.
The Ambrose family did ask for immediate help, and the Bronze Gauntlet sounded like they have a plan.
And either way, like I don't know, like if an actual like full-on army from Fate comes, like if she actually is rallying up the troops, like Percy's saying, us being there, I don't think we'd be able to help much. I'm getting out of character flashbacks to a volley of arrows.
That's
I
what
think we should.
Sanctuary is for.
I mean, Cal, Wembley is your friend. Do you think which way do you think we should go?
I think that the years have been. Oh, hello. Is
Sorry.
Mike working?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the years have been unkind to Wemley. I think that they may be quite reactive and defensive, quite insular in their behavior.
Do you think they're in over their head and they need help?
I don't know if they would accept help.
Passive perception. Vonar, you notice that a group of harpies is heading towards you.
Shoot them.
We never figured out who owns the harpies.
They are approaching relatively quickly in formation. They have a V with a harpy in the back.
Oh god.
All these things.
I will
are
point this out immediately to everyone.
All
These
right.
disgusting things.
I will hand you a set of bat guano.
I don't have many spell slots left, like at all. I've got a single 5th level spell slot,
I basically used
and
no
some 2nd level.
What am I on?
I've got some spell slots, but I'm not a full caster. I got
Basically, I don't have
some
anything super
vortex
powerful.
orbs. That'll be good against harpies. Good thinking, Jas. Get that thing out.
The
Well-
harpies are descending. They are about 120 feet up. I'm just gonna see if I can.
Should
get them all.
I want to move over towards the bubble just to be closer to what I suspect is a swooping attempt to kidnap Percy. Can I make it all the way there before they're
Yeah,
down?
sir. I'll let you
Okay.
move yourself freely.
And they're coming from the water side or from the land side?
They're coming from the land side.
Oh, I see.
We can move. What? Okay, freely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they're going this way. All right. I'm gonna.
They're moving towards you.
Oh,
So
is
just
that them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're 120 feet up and they're descending.
I will take out my gun.
Why is it grayscale? I forgot to
Because
ask.
it's night.
why.
Nighttime.
Okay. Ooh. Silhouette monsters.
whoa! Hold up.
State your business.
Parlay. State your. Ooh, I could slap you. Don't.
it's-
Well, I guess you don't recognize me.
It's a
Hello.
reasonable request.
I'm the man formerly known as the Hand of Umbra.
I thought your voice sounded familiar. Wow.
What?
Damn.
Hey, you said Xenos screen. It turns out it was evil. So sorry for asking for that. Also, why did you do that?
Well, it seems like we have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, Xenos is evil now.
Alright, everyone perch. You in the back. Keep watching over us. Our guardian angel.
Have you been watching us with harpies for days?
Well, of course. I wanted to make sure you were all alright. And more importantly, that you weren't being mind controlled.
Is mind
Oh,
control
fuck, I
a
forgot.
big problem after Jakra's been eliminated?
You're worried about Jockrob. I'm worried about Sylvania. We are not the same.
No. Well, I was saying like Jakra's was the only one
You
that I
got
knew of that could mind
slammed.
control.
I
Well-
cast Gift of Gab.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but the
Alright.
Conclave has been mind controlling people for hundreds of years.
Sorry, can I cast Gift of Gab?
Yeah, okay.
And then I say, hello instead of any of that stuff.
Alright, you gift of Gabbit. Hello. I'm not familiar with you.
Me neither. Sorry, go on with what you're saying.
So, the Rising, I've come to the conclusion that you're definitely not being mind controlled.
Astute observation.
Thank you for the caution. May I ask, how fast does your flock travel?
We're pretty quick. The difficulty is more in, well, stamina than really anything.
How long would it take you to get to the Bronze Gauntlet?
Like a week? We're not much faster than you. The advantage that we have is we can fly, so we can get over things. Our flying speed is like over 6 seconds if I had to measure like 40 feet.
Venari, Do you think it's possible for Zulius, Percy's friend, to also teleport this flock with us?
I'm not going anywhere with Percy.
Well, no, you must understand, the Sprawl and the Bronze Gauntlet are in impending danger. We could really use your help.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I would like to remind you that I'm just a harpy.
Okay, then in either case, that way, stay safe, citizen. Don't go on where it's dangerous.
It's the one in the back that really handles most of the hard work. Strong silent type, hasn't said a word, but incredible mind when it comes to the alchemy. Genius. He's been covering all our magical things. Or she. We don't really know. You know, have you ever wondered what it's like to be reborn in a body of a different gender? It's strange. I'm still coming to grips with that myself. I'm a harpy now.
I wonder what his voice would sound like. I wonder if it would sound kind of nerdy, like obnoxious.
As a harpy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hi.
I think the voice.
Is that
would
a
give it
harpy
away.
thing? What did harpies do? They used to like sing. They used to like play instruments, right? Is that what they did, or sing?
Sing.
This is what I sound like now, actually. All right. I'm the new Hand of Umbra.
I hate it already.
Yeah, see? Don't wish for things that you don't want.
It makes sense.
I was talking about the strong silent type one.
Oh, okay.
I was like, is he the researcher I bullied?
That would be amazing. But
Yo, wait. Alchemist, silent, covers all magical things.
No, he wasn't silent. He was the opposite of silent.
he was very.
Maybe he's silent now though, after everything he's seen, after getting bullied.
Oh, because he merged with the silence spell I threw him in.
What? I feel like Pog wouldn't just say that. Must be someone.
So, the thing is, previously I used to be a magical powerhouse. And the reason is pretty obvious. I mean, I'm literally the living wish spell. I can cast any spell I want, as long as it's not too big.
And you could do this once a day, or?
No, when I use it
At will.
too hard, when I lose the ability to cast wish, poof, I stop existing. I die instantly.
Oh.
So every time you use this ability, a little bit of you goes away permanently, or that never?
When you
happens?
cast wish, there's a
33%
chance of never being able to use it again. Well, what happens if you're never able to use yourself again? You die.
Is
So
this
that's
true?
what happened to me.
This is true even if you casted wish to teleport us, I suspect.
No.
Well-
That's getting a spell.
I
The
can't
ruling-
cast it anymore. I no longer have access to wish. I'm just a harpy.
because
Oh.
you're not the living spell anymore. You're a harpy.
Bingo.
Okay.
Did
With
you
that
use
said,
your
though-
spell fund?
Oh yes, for your wish, you wanted me to release Xenos, and I wanted to
does he-
release Xenos too.
Does he recognize me or not?
Oh no, sorry. You didn't say you. I got tripped up because you said that earlier.
Sorry.
Someone asked me to release Xenos. And I wanted to release Xenos as well.
Well, that turned out to be not so good.
So I'm hearing.
Yeah, he wants to
Oh.
delete all magic. He wants to make it not possible to have magic anymore.
That's Dest. That's
Oh.
why I released him in the first place.
What does
Now
Xenos want to
he-
do?
Damn, that's tragic. So he wished to release Xenos and then ended up killing him. So that's
Yes.
tough.
Which we know was Isaac that asked him.
There was a person that asked me with incredible desperation, and... Well, I was moved. I was going to chance it. What are the odds? 1 in 3, right? I was unlucky. But I wasn't sad. In my last moments, I thought, well, in the worst case scenario, at least Xenos will be able to handle Dest. Judging by the sounds of things, you seem to know what Dast is about, so you know about Sylvania, which means you know that the progenitors are behind all this.
Did they lay the stone eggs? The stone dragon eggs?
No, they're just really ancient ghosts that won't go the fuck away.
Not
Out
wrong.
of character, what does Xenos want to do? Because I'm already doing
Xenos?
something evil.
Remove all
Xenos
limiters,
wants-
basically.
He wants to remove all limiters and consolidate power with the strongest people, essentially. Then destroy the world in the process and let super beings come out of it. One of which being himself.
Of course, it always
That's not
includes
great.
himself.
I tell that to Ho.
Jeez. Well, I sure picked the wrong guy to ally myself with. Truth be told, I had a feeling that he was a little bit deranged. He shared my general beliefs, but took it a little bit too far. I didn't know it would go that far, though. Yeesh. Where's Isaac now? You probably shouldn't tell him that.
He unfortunately passed away.
Did he? A shame. Well, I've watched a lot of people die, including my heroes. And a lot more people are going to die, everyone.
No.
I'm sure you're aware.
Do you have any good news for us?
Good news. Good news. Not really.
Is there a particular reason you stopped by?
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask you, why the fuck are you working with Percy?
Oh, I don't want to. I think he's sort of evil and awful.
We're running out of
Also-
options.
Well, this is his fault.
Well, I mean, we're not necessarily working for him yet. He hasn't asked us to do anything for him. He simply gave us information that the Bronze Gauntlet's going to be attacked, among other things. And he will teleport us in the morning so that we can get there fast, so we can intervene.
I'm pretty sure that he locked you in like a jail at one point.
Oh,
Hey.
for 2 years?
No, that was fate.
No, before that, I'm pretty sure.
You mean Cal when she her leg thing? That,
Yeah, in the Mercury Mortar.
I mean, that wasn't Percy, was it? Percy's
it?
the
I
one that
don't
gave
know.
us access to Mercury Mortar to even find her. But that
Oh.
was Fim that kidnapped her.
I don't really know what happened.
Yeah, that was Fim that kept
Percy's
her and
organization
chopped off her
made
leg.
Maureen. I'm sorry, Cal. We're talking about you putting.
Wait. Maybe Finn worked with Percy to put Cal in jail.
Fim and Percy? No, they hate each other.
Okay, then Percy didn't do it then, I guess.
At the very least, I believed that Percy wasn't aware of it at the time. But he didn't keep perfect tabs on everything that people in Capcree did.
Even though he seemed to tell us earlier that because of him being in the position he was in, he was able to control certain people and stop them from
To
doing
some
things.
extent.
Hello, Cal Severe, by the way. It's been a while. Have you kept Sereth under control?
Respectfully, I have sought out aid in the matter, but I appreciate your work in securing this opportunity.
Wonderful. It is my earnest belief that will never, ever in a million years fade that strong people will protect the weak. Purely out of self-interest, if nothing else.
Indeed, I have sworn it so on my part.
And there it is. Unfortunately, my belief is being questioned by the existence of Fate, who apparently is awful. The worst.
Yeah, her plan is to become the absolute ruler of the world and all other planes that she can inflict maximum suffering.
Right, and then there's Nula, who is, I believe, the complete cessation of all existence, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, he wants to nullify everything. Get it?
Good. That's
Thank
not
you.
the time for jokes! The world is at stake! Just kidding.
We've been
That's
having
the
these
time-
discussions an awful lot. That's all.
That's the time that jokes are needed the most in the world. Otherwise, you're just letting fate win by falling into despair.
Although it's not my forte, I think that some humor can alter one's mindset, help one approach things from a new perspective.
Exactly. So why are you working with Percy again, teaming up?
Oh, because they all believe that they can listen to him and not accidentally do his bidding.
No, okay. We haven't, by all accounts, we have not worked with Percy. In order to work with him, we have to be doing something for him. We are not doing anything for him. He is he's doing us a favor and teleporting us somewhere where people need help.
More of like
Also, he threatened to blow up the
a non-aggression pact.
When
But
did he
informal?
threaten to blow? When did he threaten to blow up the planet?
He has this mad story about him being the moon, and if he dies, the moon will come crashing down.
Angie, you probably shouldn't be telling any random person.
He, or rather, she just starts, like, trying to stroke her chin, but is, like, not used to having claws and wings, so it looks really awkward. Oh, well, That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Really?
What do you mean? What do you mean, not really?
I mean, what do you mean it would?
Well, there's 2 moons in the sky. I don't know if you've been across the plains a lot, but that's never happened before. Bustan is unique.
But there's a big leap between 2 moons, and Percy is the moon, and if he dies, he'll destroy the planet.
Well, why?
Because, like, how would that even happen? Like,
Well,
okay, he dies, and then what? Why would the moon come down if he died? Is there some sort of, like, gravitational spell attached to him or something?
let me tell you something about magic that I've learned in my 100 years of scouring the plains and hunting wizards down to steal their grimoires. Are you ready?
Okay.
Magic doesn't make fucking sense. It never has. Why do you need bat poop to create fireballs? Nonsense!
This a material component of the spell.
But why?
What, are you saying that Percy is concentrating on a spell to keep the moon in the sky?
I'm
There are
saying
rules.
that I don't know
He's saying-
how magic works.
Magic is weird.
It's bizarre and it makes no sense. And the more I learn about it, the more angry I get.
Magic can be studied and controlled.
And the deeper you study, the more you realize magic cannot be controlled.
He's speaking the truth, I can tell you that.
I think he's been living a lot
Both
longer
Wielder
than
and me knows that to be a fact.
Out of character, this is against Isaac's religion, so Isaac is not going to take this as fact.
That's true. That's it. Or is it?
Yeah, I mean, he worships a wizard. A wizard who believes that they can control magic to make the world a better place.
Control or use magic?
That's the same
is
thing.
use it in a controlled manner.
Yep.
It's different from controlling magic. It's like if I push these buttons, I get these output. The black box don't really know what happens, but we know it reliably spits out this if we put this in.
I mean,
Returning to in character. I mean, there wouldn't be wizards if you couldn't control magic. I
Sure,
mean,
you can
it
make
might-
one spell do the same thing consistently, but why does it do that one thing? How do you make it do a different thing? If you try to do something slightly different, then you end up with like a plague of zombies or something. Magic goes wrong all the time. I mean, certainly you've seen a wild mage at some point, right? Or perhaps someone under the effects of spell blight, they try to cast a spell and they blow up their whole team. It happens. Why does it happen? We don't know. And we never will know. I spent
we
hundreds
can
of
know
years.
is for even wish comparative to what magic can do. It's anything beyond that is just at a scale we can't ever understand.
Or let's even talk about teleport. Do you know that sometimes teleport will just send you somewhere in the world?
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's cool until you end up somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It's a little less cool then.
Why don't you just go to sleep and then teleport again?
Well, see, the problem is sometimes...
You end up somewhere you can't sleep?
Bingo! Like, perhaps I end up in the middle of an enemy's lair or something. Or, worst case scenario, sometimes you just teleport inside a wall and take a bunch of damage. Sometimes the wizard dies in that. You can just die casting the spell. It's terrifying. I don't know how anyone does it, to be honest. I just fly everywhere once I learned about that.
You're saying that we shouldn't teleport tomorrow to save our friends?
Oh, I mean, if you have to do it, you have to do it. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying as a matter of personal preference, I could cast the spell teleport for the past 100 years and I never did once.
Wow.
So what do you think we should do? Should we take Percy hostage so that he doesn't die and destroy the planet?
What?
I mean, you're saying that we shouldn't work with Percy. What are you saying that we should do instead?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was just asking why you were working with Percy.
Oh, I think we should take him hostage so that nobody else can kill him and destroy the planet.
Well, I think that would be a terrible thing to do.
Oh.
We can't exactly spend our whole life being jailers for him. We have other
Also,
things to do.
Just in terms of
Percy.
morals, it's kind of awful
Yeah.
to
Because
keep
he's
someone
already
hostage.
he's already agreeing to come with us.
Oh, good. We can trick him
There's
into
no
thinking he's
purpose
not a
to take
hostage,
it.
then.
There's no purpose in making him a hostage other than cruelty.
And making more enemies for us. It's
How are
just-
you doing, Fingers of Umber, by the way? You've just been quiet this whole time.
Yeah, we're alright, boss.
Yeah. Sorry, They seem a little bit out of depth right now. We're talking about the fate of the universe. Usually we just steal spell books.
You still do that?
Well, we'd like to, but... You know, most of the wizards are with Xenos, and, I don't necessarily want to mess with Xenos.
So other
That's
than
just
offering
me.
your counsel, was there a particular reason you came?
Oh, no, I just wanted to see you. I have grown attached to you all. Surprise! I'm not dead! Well, I am dead, but I was resurrected by the magic of whatever stone dragon egg. Oh,
Can you
do
tell
think-
us about the process of resurrecting? Where did you find yourself when you woke up?
Oh, I was in this terrible place filled with malignant thoughts given life. The ground was constantly warping with eyeballs and the souls of the dead screaming in eternal damnation. Monsters roamed the streets, but some of them had personality and characteristics. They kept saying to fight with Nula so that we could end this. This. You know,
Their miserable existence, or
like the fact that existence is a hellscape. We were told that eventually the Swallowed City would begin to spread and overtake the entire planet.
yeah, I'm not feeling so bad about that place. Getting caught up in a war.
Well, the problem is, the people there are kept captive inside the city. There's
Well-
strict curfews and everyone runs down. You have... What is it? They have these clocks that work. They're very strange in their design. They're clocks with eyeballs and they shoot light at you if they see you past curfew. It's like the city is alive and hates you. It was very difficult for us to break out. That's what Silent Guy in the back helped us with, actually.
So what's it like inside the Solid City?
It's terrible. Nothing could be worse.
Did you see a vampire monster called Apology while you were there?
A vampire monster called Apology. Not that I can think of, no. To be honest, we just got out as soon as possible. This one here spoke very few words, but I remember them as clear as day. I'll get you all out. And that's it. Nothing else. And that was the last time he spoke.
Can
Has
I
a deep
insight the
voice.
silent guy? Does he seem like he was listening to all this and actually understanding, unlike the other harpies?
Go ahead.
Does he seem like... I don't know how much I trust them. They could be someone...
I don't trust like that.
Mm,
You guys know Eric Andre? I don't trust like that.
ooh.
As you watch this harpy in the distance, as they stand, they are in perfect attention, and their eyes show like this deep intelligence. Like they understand every facet of this conversation. And moreover, by the way that they're like responding in their body language, you get the sense that not only are they understanding, but they're trying to apply the things that they're learning in this conversation, as if these are like new pieces of a puzzle they're trying to solve. This person is immensely intelligent. You can tell at a second. You've seen people like this before. Percy, hell, even Wielder.
Even wielder? Like an afterthought?
Like an afterthought. No, just in like Wielder's like someone that you know all along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your allies are like this too, type of thing.
So who is this person?
Who are you really? And no, we won't accept silence as an answer. We have to know we can trust you. We clearly know that you are someone of note. You understand a lot more than you're letting on. You have to understand that fate has spies everywhere. We've got enemies everywhere. We have to know that the people here are tenants or people we can trust.
You see the harpy motions for you to lean in close.
Well, create a telepathic bond as well between us. If you prefer not to speak, we can do this in mind.
Okay.
That's successful.
The harpy then goes back to its position,
Oh,
watching
I know who it is. All right.
That's someone intelligent.
Yeah, I believe that we can work with him.
Who is it?
Someone from our past.
Okay, that's very vague. Who is it though?
I think it's best that it's not spoken aloud here.
Oh, can you write it down? Oh, right. You're
Can you
telepathic.
telepathy it?
Is there a reason they wouldn't want us to know that you would want to respect?
No, they've only literally said those words to me. They've said
Oh, no, I
nothing
was speaking to Venari.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I was just, looking in his eyes. It's not eyes of someone that... I think I recognize him, but
Are you saying it's Irene? Is that what you're saying, the eyes thing? Because Irene isn't dead.
No, it's not Irene. I don't think she's in this situation.
But there's a reason you don't want to say who it is?
Yes.
Alright. I'm fine with that.
And plus, I'd just be guessing anyways.
What's your guess?
Would you like to let them know above board?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do.
Okay.
So I think, out of character, that it is Fim.
Interesting.
Based on what he said.
Oh, probably not Finn, but Garomir.
Yeah, sorry,
No.
you're right. Yes,
Or Garomir, whichever one it was.
it is someone that
Garzik.
Wielder killed, who is extremely intelligent. Probably, you know.
Please say murderized. It's much more
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
civilized.
If he doesn't want that to be known, then I would beat around the bush. But given Bonari's past mistakes with not working with him in the past and how it terribly turned out, he's totally willing to try now.
Yeah. No, Wielder will go with it. Like, he's like, you don't want to say? That's fine.
Like, I can telepathy Isaac and Cal and say, I believe it's Fim.
Hey.
And since he's no longer an aspect, he's no longer under control of Nula, all this stuff. He's very smart. He was willing to work with us even back then. I think it's worth.
If you telepathy me, I'll telepathy.
But it's just
back.
going to
I feel
cause a
like
whole
it
bunch of,
was-
you know, more social issues if we
It's-
lit it all out.
Did you exclaim verbally, "I know who it is," and then walk back and say, "I don't think the name should be spoken aloud"?
No, that was bad.
Oh, that was me saying, oh, I think I know who it is.
I just since we've transitioned between several different characters during this
Yes.
conversation and like ways of speaking, I'm a little bit confused. But I think that what Cal does with this information is like bows very respectfully to them, and then glances meaningfully at Wielder. Not really like emotion, just this
Very
person.
good with magic items, alchemy, yeah. All the pieces match. In my head, at least.
Oh, we like turning around and looking at Wielder.
Yeah, everybody's just looking at Wielder now, I think.
Try not
All
to.
right,
I don't think
formation,
I don't
we're
think
facing Wielder.
cares.
I'll face Wielder. I'll look at I'll glance at Wielder, and then I'll look back at Ho. So, Ho, can you like help us do like victory?
I
Be
can
victorious.
try. I want you to understand that I'm just a harpy.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're still smart. That's something.
I mean, keep an eye on things, and we'll check in every so often and share information.
Certainly.
Are you the same amount of smart you were before, or are you a different amount of smart?
I'm just as smart, but I've never been able to use magic. Not once in my life.
But you're less good at manipulating things with your hands. Saw that thing with the chin. Did you
I'll
say
get used to it.
Mentally, you're the same, but physically, you're different.
I'm in a different body, yes.
Okay. So out of character, I think what happens is we keep our mental stats, but lose our physical stats to be replaced by the monster.
Well, my physical stats are kind of dumpster, so. Actually,
My
no.
mental stats are dumpster. Oh, if I become a monster, think of how good I'll be at casting Elise spells. Not very good at all. I thought it would increase my intelligence for some reason.
Dying is bad. Yes. Don't die.
Well, we just wanted to make ourselves known. Now that we can determine you're someone that can be trusted, we are going to continue to try to do what we can as a rescue force. And, if you can find any wizard spellbooks, let us know. Seriously, these guys, are pretty useless without magic.
Can they cast magic?
Well, no, their spell books are gone. Have you seen a wizard without a spell book?
No.
That's because they don't live very long. Luckily, these ones can fly.
Well, I don't have any. I don't have any spell books.
That's fine. We'll find some way or another.
You know, if you start believing in Alex, maybe you can get spells that way.
I've seen too much to have faith in any deity. But I appreciate the offer.
I mean, I got an extra holy symbol and everything here.
Harpies, form up on me. We need to watch over this place. Who knows what could be coming for it. If you need us, we'll be here. Or sending, I suppose. You can cast that now.
Yes, that's right.
We appreciate
Wonderful.
your help.
You gained the assistance of a bunch of CR1 harpies.
Nice.
Are you aware where
Put 'em
the
together, that's
Resistance
6
HQ
CR6.
is?
No.
Good point.
We could
Draw
have
a map
them.
in the sand.
We
point
could
to
have
it.
them reconvene with each other and help each other.
If you want us to go there, we'll start flying.
Maybe it is best that they watch over us tonight while we sleep.
Because if they were to find allies, that would be really the only other spot.
After...
How far is it back to the manor?
not that far. You could get
It's
there
al-
by night if you'd like.
I thought it was already night.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can get there and have a long rest. Like, you wouldn't be, like, going until the morning.
Okay.
Yes, please. I desperately need a long rest.
But yeah, I think
Okay.
in a manor is better than on a dark, dark beach. Have you guys ever been on a
Yeah.
beach at night?
The bugs will eat you alive.
Like in a totally, totally dark beach. It's like being in a cave dark. It's really, really dark.
It is, yeah.
So then,
So
Except I shine, so you know it's fine.
so we stand
I can
out.
also see 120 feet in the dark. Even invisible things into the ethereal plane.
you are able to long rest successfully. Is there anything you'd like to do before reconvening with Percy and Julius?
Let's talk to Ariane.
10-minute break.
Let's talk to Ariane and tell her that we're gonna go away now, but we killed her demons.
Okay. Talk to Ariane.
Hello.
Hello.
Could we take a 10-minute break before transition?
Yeah, we're going to. I just want to know, like,
Okay.
what do I prepare for?
Yeah, where are we going? Do we say bye at the manor, or do we... I mean,
Where are we going to
I
teleport
think
to? It's the important thing.
Bronze
The Bronze
Gauntlet
Gauntlet.
Sprawl.
I think we should just go right
Yeah.
to the sprawl.
Oh, I should prepare spells. I'll do that over the break.
I think Bronze Gauntlet's going to act whatever its plan it had, and
Yeah, we can go help.
Let's have a vote in chat.
I'll be back at 25, everyone. Feel free
25.
to vote
Alright,
amongst
yeah.
yourself.
Oh, at 25. Yes. 10 minutes
I'll be
from now.
back.
everybody.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes.
I can hear you.
Cool.
I have 1 minute remaining. Only 3 of us have voted. It is time. Time to do. Why is killing Iron so
back.
difficult?
I made it in time.
Why is what?
Why is killing Iron so difficult? Why can't he just roll over and die?
I know.
Yeah, why is the strongest guy in all of the Preacher's group so hard to kill?
I know, right? Alright, Wielder, what's your vote? Put it in chat.
The Sprawl or the
Between
Gauntlet?
Bronze Gauntlet or just the Sprawl in general?
Yeah. Which should we go first? Which should we teleport to? Assuming we don't teleport to some random fuck off place.
Sprawl. And then make our way to the Bronze... Or shouldn't we go straight to the Bronze Gauntlet?
Why? They sound like they know and they have plans, so...
And then we can
And if
go
we
help
show up
them.
there, do you really want to fight Fate right now?
That's true. Let's go Sprawl.
I think Sprawl at least will have
Yeah,
probably
gives us
action and
options.
we'll be able to actually do stuff without imminent death.
Yeah.
Wait.
I largely agree. I think that the last pass we wanted to get in contact with any potential allies, and this time we've achieved all of the power that we can, and now we need to look for opportunities.
We gotta trust the Bronze Gauntlet that can take care of themselves a little bit.
Also, above board, I sort of changed my mind a little bit vis-a-vis Faith, and I'm trying to like speed things up a bit more rather than make it open-ended. As otherwise, we'll just be playing Faith forever,
Yeah.
and Hats will just be like waiting.
Open world waiting room.
Stand
like,
around
no.
and talk about what everybody wants to do as they're written again.
Hats is just like sitting here, just waiting. When will it be my turn, please? Put me in.
Who?
Hats. Ether Pilgrims.
Oh.
Plays
Lord
Doug.
of Hat.
Yeah, he wants to play the campaign, but we can't do the new campaign until this one's over.
Oh no, a 30 episode arc in order to gain every mode of divinity and find all the beholders to get the super scope.
God, I forgot all about those cards of divinity. I'll just expect it to fall into my lap. And, you know. Let's just keep chasing bosses around and eventually kill them.
Yeah. Let's go to the Sprawl. That's my vote.
Alright, Sprawl is the winner! Sprawl gamers! Ding 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 ding.
We probably don't even have to kill Xenos and Daz, to be honest.
Yeah, they're sort of like fighting each other forever.
Is there the possibility that we're going to be fighting a lot of little monsters?
There's a lot of little monsters attacking the Sprawl. Oh yeah, I should probably change my spells. I did not, and it's probably fine.
So I could take a
Hey,
spell that
welcome
lets
back.
me do 1d6 to a lot of A lot of characters.
Well, it does still have to do above their small HP. Cool.
What's that?
They just announced that they have something to show before the finals of Grand Blue. It's gotta be rollback. It's gotta be.
No, it's their new game. They're announcing.
Is there some convention
Please.
going on right now?
It's Evo.
Evo.
It's like the biggest fighting game.
Oh,
I am.
they're announcing something at Evo?
They're announcing Tekken 8 right now.
I have
Oh,
had adding
freaking
rollback
nice.
netcode to Grand Blue Fantasy Copium for the past year. Of like they're going to do it at Evo. They're going to do it at Evo, and then fucking Evo went online. I'm like, okay, it's next Evo. They're waiting for the real Evo.
Real Evo.
Imagine making a fighting game in current year without rollback.
That's why that's why I'm like
I don't know.
90% sure, based off absolutely nothing, that they're going to do it. They're going to do
Rollback's
it.
a type of netcode, Blix. It's really, really good.
Yeah, so there's delay based and then there's
Oh.
rollback netcode.
I thought you were talking about like a fighting move.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Like
like,
a
yeah,
rollback.
roll backwards. Yeah.
Rolling Thunder! The Haikyuu fans are going wild for this reference. Anyways, everyone,
Hello.
you wanted to say something to Ariane. The vote came
Yes.
out for the Sprawl.
Oh, shit. Our Scotland friends are all going to die.
They've got all our backup characters there, and they've got a plan. I'm sure they're fine. Have some trust.
Not all of our backup characters.
One of our backup characters is with us right now.
One of our backup characters is in prison in the Feywild.
Oh yeah. Good luck with that.
Wait, who's
Genesis 2. But Genesis has had a
Herschel.
training arc and switched
Herschel
character
got out.
classes completely.
Herschel got out and immediately stumbled into the Feywild and got arrested there.
After having their memories wiped, Genesis became a gun monk instead.
Ooh. And a frog.
Yeah,
That's
is he a
frog now.
is he a frog now?
In fact, he's the Frog King's son.
Hey, that's a different campaign.
This
What
one
would you like
too
to say to
big.
Arian?
I'll say like, hello. We're probably gonna have to leave soon, but we figured out what the problem was. You had a whole bunch of demon generals there.
Ah, I take it they have been dispatched.
Yeah, we killerized them. Sorry, I'm trying out new words. Wielder said he didn't like murderize. Bulldozered them. Yeah. And I
What
say
is
their
a
names.
bulldozer? I've not heard of this.
It's just
Removed.
this is a
in air
noise I
quotes.
made up. Can I say the names of the demon generals, which I learned yesterday in character, but was several weeks ago out of character?
Sure, if you'd like.
Okay, I say that I killed those people.
Wow. Canalayeth is one of them. Everyone remembers Canalayeth. I remember Jazz was like crying that entire fight. Like, please, let's not kill him. I feel bad for this guy. Rest in peace. Died anyways.
Yeah. So we killerized these guys. I did find a dwarf skeleton. I'm sorry. If one of your friends was a dwarf.
The leader of one of the scouting parties was a dwarf.
Yeah. They attempted to ambush me by magically compelling me to look at his skeleton. That was kind of ghoulish.
May the waves carry their body to the embrace of Niare.
Yes, definitely. We'll try to come back before the ends. You know, like Hell isn't dead.
Yes.
Um,
We will continue to fight here. Should you have need of our assistance, we will try to provide what we can.
Thanks.
And remember, you are always safe here.
I hope so. I mean, oh, by the way, if you see a whole bunch of harpies, those aren't evil. Yet, that we know of. but they're not evil currently.
Very well. We shall
Okay.
show deference to the winged ones.
Is there anything you want to say before we leave, Kel? Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Blessings of the water upon you.
And also on you. Also, I hope you experience some nice non-lethal magic. We don't have a blessing yet.
Perhaps it is time to create one.
Oh, I can say the thing about nice non-lethal magic. May your crops be plant growthed. Does that work?
Doesn't really have a great ring to it, but
Who here is feeling lucky, everyone?
Definitely me. What am I
Okay.
feeling lucky about?
You're on deck. Stay
Uh-oh.
tuned.
Okay.
So, on your way back, the dome is gone. By dome. And Percival is doing some stretches. Julius is out there just kind of watching over. He then starts doing a practice drill where he is like picking up a rock, throwing it in the air, and then shooting it. It's quite loud, actually. You hear it from a while away.
did you enjoy our conversation last night? Or were you sound asleep by then?
What conversation? Do you mean the one that we had? If you had one after, no, I was asleep. It's important to get good rest after all.
Too true.
On that note, however, I would like to have a private conversation with your captain.
Happy?
Yes.
Have you had enough of private conversations?
Yeah, we've talked a lot, Percy. Is this really necessary? We need to help out people in the sprawl.
Please.
They said it's urgent. Is this an urgent conversation?
To me, it is.
What is it?
Indulge him. He is our ride. The sooner you do it, the sooner we leave.
I would like to apologize for my outbursts. But I sense that there is some hostility here. I see that you're treating me as an enemy.
What gives you that impression?
I'm not an idiot, Happy.
No, truthfully, what gives you that impression?
Well, when one offers help to another, they usually don't spend literally hours discussing it.
Well, when one proposes that they've made a complete 180 in behavior, they don't accept it without actions showing such.
Do you want to know why I've had this supposed change of heart?
Abby looks up at the sun. Sure.
It's because everyone in Angie's unit has died as a result of her.
I mean, how exactly is it the result of her?
I remember when the buildings were about to be attacked. I had told everyone in that unit, and really every unit, that we were to hold back. We were going to cede the East Coast. Let whoever dies may die. We must protect the capital. It was Angie's unit that insisted that they would go out and protect the people. They would do everything that they could. They said even if I gave the order, they would go out regardless. It was either we expend more resources trying to detain them, or we let them do what needed to be done. To help the people. After all, that's what our commander would have wanted, one of them said. And they were all slaughtered, all but one, who survived merely because the bodies of their allies provided enough cushioning for the lightning bolt. I found them in a burning wreck. And do you know what I saw there?
What did you see?
I saw a person that accepted their death to protect their city. They weren't trying to protect me, certainly not. They weren't trying to protect any of the houses or any of the people involved in the upper brass, the aristocracy. They were trying to protect the people of Slaypool. And they were too weak to do it. They ended up needing help themselves. I thought to myself, how pitiful.
I would appreciate it if you didn't characterize their actions as pitiful.
But don't you understand? It's that desire to protect others. They knew they were weak. Marielle had no belief that she was a top elite soldier, and yet she fought angel generals regardless.
I also don't understand how this ties back into Angie exactly.
Angie lit a fire in doing the right thing, irrespective of the consequences. Something that I've always seen as foolish, pointless. It accomplishes nothing.
If your
And
whole
it's-
army did the right thing instead of just Angie's unit, things would have been a lot different now.
There would have been thousands more dead. That's the difference, Happy. That's why I've had this change of heart. People like us are different. I don't think we're better, not anymore. Just stronger. We have to do these things because if we don't, then they're going to die for us. That's why I've had this change of heart.
Very well.
You might not trust me, but I want to do something good. I don't want my name in the history books to be the man who destroyed everything. And even more, I want there to be history books.
Roll an insight on this.
Go ahead, you will have advantage.
All right. I gotta hit the big plus. Oh my goodness. Horrible. All right.
He is crying.
I believe it's tricks.
Well then, Happy's gonna do the Stonewall salute. I believe we have people to protect. She looks at Zulius. Could you please teleport us to the sprawl?
Percival finishes loading his guns. Well, we have some nightmares to kill, Julius. Everyone, it is time. How lucky do you feel, Tim? You must
Ooh,
roll
God.
1d100.
What do I need to roll to get the randomness?
On a 1 to 33, this is a mishap. On a 34 to 43, this is a similar area. 44 to 45 is off target, and 54 to 100 is on target. Let the roll begin.
Oh,
So
God.
this is
54 to
a
100.
this is a very or it's a scene casually. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Come on, one. Give me the one.
Hey,
Hey,
65. Feels good.
65? Yeah, that's good, right?
That's
Yeah,
good.
54 to 100 was the.
Nice.
Not good. It's the least interesting outcome. We
As
go to the
you-
place we
That's,
wanted to.
I'm pretty sure that's a D- in the American schooling system.
As
So
you're
I think a
standing
64 is an F, so way to go.
As you're standing around Julius, suddenly you see motes of light that whirl around you faster and faster and faster. This tall, stoic, dark-skinned man just begins to chant this spell longer and longer. It's 6 seconds, but the effect seems to like slow down time around you. Before you know it, you're in this dome of like multicolored lights, and everything around you begins to spin. You are literally yanked out of this plane of existence, and suddenly the ground beneath you begins to change. You hear muffled screams and the sounds of battle, swords clashing against steel, and within seconds you find yourselves in the midst of a giant battlefield. And that's where we'll end our session.
Feels good then.
We start with combat.
Combat. I didn't really do a lot with it, but shout out to Forgotten Adventures for the battle map assets that we're using. What are we going to call this one?
A lot of talking.
Uneasy alliances.
I hope Percy dies. The episode.
I do too. I cannot wait to rain meteors on and end the campaign.
Oh
Yes.
shit! That's just out of character confirmation. He's telling the truth then.
A
He's
change of
not telling the
pace.
truth.
It's probably
It's such
not
a big
good.
lie that it would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous if it was a lie.
I suggest a change of pace.
Percy
I
is a
like-
ridiculous man.
I like
It's really a change of pace. This is like the
We had
same
a
pace
call-
we always go.
We had like a
Yeah.
Extremely
combat
slowly.
last session. We had a combat that sped things up a bit. Then we went back to this.
I
Kind
feel
of-
like a lot happened here, though.
yeah, a lot did. A roller coaster. Let's call it a roller coaster.
We call it a roller coaster because it was so funny.
Yo!
The jokes just kept coming, and they don't stop 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 coming.
Yo, we could troll the fans that are gonna like go through the archive to watch the episodes. We could label this a meeting with the stone egg. We're gonna think like the stone egg's about to hatch in this episode.
And then
No.
when the Sonic hatches, we called a meeting with Percy.
Yeah, based. I don't know. I can't think of anything clever. I like the uneasy alliances. I like the change of pace as well. I don't know.
What about a change in unease? It sort of combines the two into like a
change-
compromise that no one likes.
Uneasy change of pace.
Uneasy pace.
We gotta work sand in there too, because there's sand everywhere.
What if we call it the beach episode?
We already
An
had the beach
uneasy
episode.
sandy alliance.
What if we call it beach volleyball?
An alliance built on sand.
Percy's
Oh,
redemption.
pillars of sand. There we go.
Percy's redemption ? At the end.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah, do it like Percy's Redemption, but like a clickbait YouTube title.
Percy's redemption, but then some harpies appear? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Harpies are evil? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
And then in brackets, you won't believe what happens.
Yeah.
Percy's-
That one gets like 4,000 more views than everything else.
Imagine.
Like the clickbait
like to
just
do it.
somehow works.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know.
Percy is the stone dragon and 10 other amazing things he tells the Rising. You won't believe number 6.
Does anyone have anything they'd like to give a shout out to?
Shout out to Tim Tams. They're chocolate biscuits, Australian.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
They're very
Tic Tac.
good.
Love those.
Shouts out to.
I was gonna go buy some
Factorio.
cookies today. I ate some cookies last night.
Okay. Okay.
Bug. I've been reading One Piece, and what I've been doing is I'd finish a chapter and then I'd go read the Reddit discussion, and so I can see how wildly wrong people are about.
It's so
theories.
bad.
That's every
Like-
Reddit thread ever.
People thought like Kaido was a poneglyph that ate a dragon fruit. Like that was a big theory. Or,
Guys,
yeah.
you guys like what happened to the Gumo Gumuno? What power it actually gave Luffy?
Yeah, I'm current on the manga.
What power
I'm fine
it gave
with it.
Luffy?
I
Gave
was
Luffy
thinking about
absolutely
this
nothing.
last night. Literally everything up until this point was to get Luffy to be strong enough that he could participate in the main story.
I don't know anything about this.
So basically, Luffy's Bugs Bunny.
Oh, hey, Bugs Bunny is more powerful than Tom and Jerry, but I prefer playing Tom and Jerry.
The thing about Bugs Bunny is he does be shooting the damn rocket.
Thing with Bugs Bunny is like when we talk about power levels of fictional characters, he actually breaks the scale.
Yeah,
Well,
you
no,
see,
I
like-
I destroy Bugs Bunny with my Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
Superman is really low tier. Batman is the other best character in the game, but Bugs Bunny is just something else.
Superman.
Superman's low tier according to people that haven't fought me.
Superman picks up a rock and smashes Bugs Bunny with it. He lifts the rock up. Bugs Bunny's a bunch of tiny Bugs Bunnies. He runs around.
You know, you maybe people say Superman is bad, but they haven't fought me. They don't know what I do with the character. I do things different. You know, I wave dash, and they don't. So
Can you actually fly as Superman in that?
yeah, you can fly. So Superman actually has really fast approaches with wave dash. He also has his side B works like you basically charge up a punch, and you can control where it goes. So you can like mix people up by like aiming high or low and like try to predict their dodges.
Oh, I
And then-
enjoy playing Superman, don't get me wrong.
The other thing about Superman is if you tap his breath, it makes projectiles deal additional damage because they take his freeze effect. So if you're playing with the zoner, Superman can like make the zoning better. And Superman has multiple